That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Madman, old 10 Don Drapers. Cut the jukebox on, make the woofers blow. We gon' sit here until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little dough. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
This is season 4, episode 1, the season premiere of the Aftershock Corner.
We're back, bitches.
Wait. And as you saw,
in spectacular fashion.
Wait, who are you? Is this it?
Oh, what? I'm back? What?
Yeah.
Get out of here. You get out of here.
What?
You've been suspended. You can't come back.
Oh, let me get the handcuffs again. What?
Do you have to
Am I arrested for molesting the podium?
No, there's no podium here.
Wait. Yeah, so,
what are you doing here?
We're confused.
I don't know. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna take
Hello,
you.
strange man that I never met before.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't remember you being on the show.
I was the. Well, I must look different.
Shadow Man number 6.
Do you remember the long-haired kid with the jean jacket who looked like he was homeless and spilled fruit punch?
Yeah, Jake.
The retard?
That one.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
that was you?
I have a goatee now and short hair, and I look more clean.
You look like a tool.
You threw away the jean.
I don't look like a tool.
You threw away the jean jacket, right?
As much of a tool.
You threw away the jean jacket, right?
A much gayer version.
The funny thing is,
he's got the cut-off jacket now to make him look more feminine.
Fuck off.
But as you guys,
the silver penis is coming for you.
Oh no! The funny thing is, I meant to bring in the jean jacket today, but I left it at home.
Thank God.
No, you shouldn't wear the jean jacket. You should carry it with you and put it beside you.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a memento.
Yeah, like
on the chair.
The old me is here. This is the new me.
I burn it down.
Kind of like what Jericho did with the Y2AJ t-shirt.
Yeah. That last, I feel bad for those people that bought those.
I know this. I didn't even know they sold those shirts.
Can you imagine
they sold them for like a week.
And then the team broke up like
and then he burned it in the trash can, and then nothing came with it.
So
and then the t-shirts disappeared after all.
That should have been Chris Jericho's catchphrase when he put the shirt.
So
that should have been his catchphrase. Burn it down.
So
oh no! Let's give it to Seth Rollins when he burned nothing down except for a trailer on a video game.
Which Kurt Angle was very upset about it too.
A fictional WWE museum.
Kurt Angle was very upset about it too. I guess he burned Kurt Angle's leg off, but he was still walking with 2. So does Kurt Angle have 3 legs or something?
No, he burned his wrestling boot.
He burned his wrestling boots.
He burned his wrestling boot.
But for some reason, the wrestling boots didn't get touched.
Yeah.
If you notice the commercial,
the funny thing is though,
he
doesn't even like wearing wrestling boots.
Yeah.
He wears sneakers. Is there a glass in here?
I thought my ethics class was going to this.
Oh no.
You guys on a podcast right now or something?
Yeah, we're doing a podcast. No one told us this.
Because we looked at the thing and it says there's no rooms, there's no classes in here.
Well, in that case,
hey, you guys do your thing until.
Let us know, because we'll move rooms if we have to.
We have the other room too if we need to.
Yeah.
We're all good. I'll go double check.
Yeah, just let me know. Okay, this
cut.
No,
Cut.
we're not gonna cut.
Yeah,
we don't care.
Okay, we're not.
No, we're at least gonna keep that element that anything can happen. But I wanted to cut the intro.
All right. So let's get on topic.
Hi.
Let us cut.
So we've upgraded the production, but yet we still get off topic though. So that's one thing that hasn't changed. Yes. Obviously, you can tell we're zoomed in more, so you can actually see us. Except for Chris, he's like dim, so there's nothing I can do about that.
What do you mean he's dim?
Like his face is like, maybe it's just the way I'm looking at his face. His face is like kind of like you can see.
His face
him.
looks tinier than all of ours.
Yeah.
I just noticed
so I wonder if it's cut.
like,
Good, I hope it is.
You have like legit, like
Chris
they
doesn't-
say baby face in wrestling, but you have that baby face.
Yeah.
Oh, James, I didn't know what that is.
And obviously,
Thanks for informing if you go to baby faces.
No, like you have the baby face.
Thanks, I didn't know what a baby face is.
Chris, I know what
I
it
don't
is.
think
I
you
know
and
what it
baby
is.
face are anymore.
You said.
Well,
You're such a blatant-
neither does anyone else in this generation.
I know what I only know what Technico and Rudos are.
We've also upgraded the mic. If you can hear, you can actually hear us better than before. We don't
So
sound
we don't,
foul.
there's no lines on the computer anymore.
We're not going to the toxic aftershock corner like we did in that other episode.
We totally go to the toxic aftershock.
Spooky.
Yeah.
That should be like a Halloween episode where we do the toxic aftershock corner.
But
Well,
unfortunately,
we can't. Well, we don't have a filter for that.
but and we need to break my webcam again. Too.
Yeah, break the webcam view.
I think
But
there
unfortunately,
repeated shots to the
we
computer.
don't. The one thing we don't have. Oh, we have an intro too. You saw it in the beginning of the video. I'm not gonna go much into detail. The intro was made.
He's
by this
Owen. He's James. He's Chris. They're all my bitches, and I'm the champion.
But hey, I was the one that did it, so.
3 bitches and
So
one.
we did it. We did
Three
two.
bitch on one.
So John, you just pretty much made James waste his time doing the intro because he did
exactly.
the.
Thanks.
So we made James waste his time doing the intro just not to use it at all.
But how can we establish that I'm the champion? I know I'm the one holding the
That's
silver
forget to
ball.
post the intro.
I could put that in. No, I do have a side file, so I can add that in there.
There's one
I can
unfortunate.
always edit. the
I guess if
intro.
people didn't know, James is an editor too at the same time.
The
James,
one-
I really am.
The
You
one-
really are an editor.
Jamie's
The
our
one unfortunate
redditor.
thing,
Jamie's
though-
our redditor. Go back to work.
If you go back in time,
The one
if
unfortunate.
you go way back in time, we did the pro wrestling scoop or whatever the hell that was. He's editor back then.
Yeah.
You
The
hear
one
that?
unfortunate thing
Oh,
though
the
is we don't have
yeah.
we don't have a championship
The
title
GWS,
anymore.
yeah. Way back in the day we did.
We
that.
obviously we.
rubbing the silver.
I'm throwing it at Steve.
Oh.
Now you gave it away. Oh, but it's not like he's been watching. Nobody
Yeah, this
watches.
is live, Owen. This is totally live.
It's
not
live.
pre-taped. We're like Impact guys. This isn't pre-taped.
Or like the Mayon Classics.
my
Oh
God.
no! The bag breaks.
It's a sold out house here tonight.
That's one strong.
Oh,
ball sack.
that's a leaky sack.
That's a leaky
It's
sack.
Roman Reigns. Give me the Roman Reigns here.
It's got a Roman Reigns.
Bring it down. Bring it
It's like
down.
a
Hold it
stinky
down.
diaper.
Hold it down. Hold it down. We gotta get back on top.
We've lost.
We have a story.
All right.
For the first time ever in like forever, probably.
No, we're not doing
We
it.
have a story. So
We
I
put it
James
back.
is a badass that we kicked off the show for 2 years. Then
yes. That was
there's the story.
No. So
And that's how it ends.
That's how it is.
my third
I'm gonna
day
eat.
back.
I'm gonna
here.
eat doing the story.
My third day back
Oh, yeah,
here.
you do-
I go to
the
see him.
Thursdays, right?
Yeah, I do
You
Thursdays.
do the Thursdays too.
So my third day back here, I see him
Today, literally
and
earlier today,
earlier today,
which would be not today,
today,
not
whatever.
today for you guys.
you know what I mean.
We just have to see him.
You get the point. So I'm making my way through, and I get
He's making
I need
his way
breakfast.
downtown.
I need breakfast because I hadn't eaten breakfast
Off
and I was
downtown.
hungry as hell, and I wanted to get something to eat before the next.
We got the
day.
rest of the song.
So I legit go get home fries and a bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a $1 drink. I go to Chris's table where he's sitting, and I just told. This is the first words I uttered. Chris, time me. Here I am. I got the home fries, fistfuls. I mean fistfuls of home fries down my throat. I was just shoving these things down my throat, and then.
He's deep throated already.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it was a minute and a half. I got rid of all those home fries, and I only took 3 scoops. And then I said, with my mouth full, I'm taking this burger and drink the Coke. Like walking through, and I eat the bagel in a minute and a half before I get to class, and I was only 1 minute late. And I drank the drink in my class. That's the story.
Good story.
Nothing has. Things
Such
have
a good
changed.
story.
All things remain the same. I am still fat.
The one thing, it's such a great story. Chris was totally paying attention. He wasn't looking at his phone or anything.
Well, Chris was paying attention when it originally happened.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you were. You timed me.
Who's not
You were
down?
very intrigued. You said of how fast I could eat those home fries.
Yeah.
By the way, props for anyone in the comments can name every single wrestler's dance I just did.
Yeah, he was dancing.
The entire time.
He's
It's
dancing.
soft,
Probably
it's
no one's gonna get it.
Alright,
One person
so
will get it.
let's do this.
Alright, so let's get to the top.
Finn.
So the one thing we're going to
Turkey
update also
Fitz.
in the production is when we go from topic to topic, we're going to have like the logo of the topic we're going to talk about.
Usually, yeah.
So if it's a Raw review, we'll do the Raw logo without the theme song because WWE will get on our ass about. No, they won't get on our ass about it on YouTube. They'll do it on Facebook.
Yes, yes.
They won't get on. They can't get on your ass.
Yeah.
It's not
You
possible.
won't get on
A company can't get on. A company can't get on your ass.
Damn it.
Or else you be. The
wait,
would be
so
on top
take
of you.
No,
No.
I don't know yet. Find out. Hopefully
And then-
it's not.
But
We'll try to get another class.
But that part will come later. What right now is just to show that anything can happen on the Aftershock Corner.
Yep.
Just like in WWE, except we don't go on. We make things make sense on this show.
My
Yeah,
black
sometimes.
ass. My black ass.
Alright,
So,
let's do it.
I'll just say,
My hypo's on.
if you haven't been on the Facebook page, I'll just say what the topics are. We're going to review Raw and SmackDown.
Sweet.
We're going to talk about the possibilities of the 4 horsewomen of WWE versus the 4 horsewomen of UFC.
It's gonna suck.
And
They
then
can't see this.
It looks like a ghost hand
Yeah.
with lost most of its fingers.
Yay!
should I zoom in so like we can see Chris more or something?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Not this.
Because if I zoom in, and then
This.
if we zoom in, you won't see me at all too. So
Yeah, so that's fine.
sorry, Chris.
Not
you have
any
to
of
be-
this. More of this.
They're seeing him fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
But like he's
Not any of
he's not
this.
as-
More or
Guys,
less.
let's go.
And we're also going to talk about Raw going live on Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
Why?
And then Chris has a hypothetical
My
question that he wants us to answer. I don't know if that's gonna be the last topic we talk about or when we're gonna talk about it. But whenever he asks his question, that's when we'll talk about it.
I'll probably do it during segment number 11.
Okay.
It's gonna because it involves a lot of people
I have a question though.
and doing something.
No typos on the notes this time. I see, huh? I don't
You're not drunk this time.
Yeah.
Finally.
I don't have. I
Oh
don't
my
put,
God, James, you should have been there.
I wish.
He literally
I
couldn't even
wish.
type the next day.
I know. I wish.
No, I couldn't write. I wrote my notes out too, and it was just.
It was like the beginning was normal, and
Yeah.
then like later on,
I
so
should've
like
had-
illegible.
I should have had John take the notes after. I should have handed over the.
I remember you trying to type it the next day.
Yeah.
You were so hungover
It's
before
like-
we did the show.
Yeah.
That you
Oh
couldn't
my
even
God.
type.
I wish I was there for that.
Goldberg.
So anyway,
I think I had to have you read some of my.
I did because
Well,
James, one of them was Goldberg. That's the one. thing.
what up, my
And then
Goldberg?
here's another thing. Doing tag team matches, I don't have the same people on the same team. Remember that? Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, we had
great.
See, this is what happens when
we
you
have Carlos-
have a
Carlos
control
Gallows
freak
versus
running your
Luke
life. They miss all
Anderson.
the good shit.
You did. That episode was hysterical.
Well, then again, that was actually more like me, kind of like flipping the names on purpose. Yeah, we
That
had Carl
that
Gallows
episode-
and Luke Anderson
Oh,
That's
yeah.
literally what he
That
said.
episode
versus
was
the boys Hardy.
The boys Hardy. Oh my God, you were.
Well, I did that on purpose.
The boys.
No, I did that.
No, that was just John's.
I was
Boy
so-
Hardy.
That would be funny if that's what he did. Because that
was-
would have been fucking funny.
Alright, but
Let's do this shit.
before we get off topic, let's
that class wasn't supposed to be in here then, because he would have come back.
What happened at the end of the notes when Undertaker? Oh, when Brian beat
12:15.
Undertaker. What was his thing? What was his reaction on the notes? I want to die.
that still would be right up actually.
Kill.
He did, yeah.
Kill.
Except for the next day, he called you teachers hot. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Guys included.
I had to take a 2-week. I had to take a 2-week vacation from English class after that.
Who's your English teacher?
I'd rather not say the name in case she
Wait
watches the show.
ahead.
don't
So
think
you
it's
called
English,
your
right?
English teacher
Yeah,
hot
that's weird.
because you were hungover?
Yeah.
Oh, massively. Like,
Oh,
legit.
Oh my God.
It literally took him to like mid-afternoon to sober up.
Yeah.
Officially.
So what
Like,
was,
after the
what
show.
did you explain it to her or no?
Well, I did. It wasn't noticeable that though. Like we didn't.
I mean, it wasn't noticeable to her.
Yeah.
It was noticeable to us.
Yeah.
Because we knew.
Because we knew.
Fair enough.
It's not like I said anything, so.
Good. All right, let's do this.
When I took my 2-week vacation, though, I
I'm
obviously didn't
not
say
the
why.
one. I'm not the one watching the show, and I'm trying to get you guys back on topic. Let's go.
Alright, so, Chris, you know how we normally do the Raw notes? You read the day what happened, you read the commentators.
Yeah, and then we go.
Raw
Match by match,
yeah.
segment by segment.
Raw Hampton on some.
I'll say it, and then I'll give my thoughts on it, and then
Yeah.
we each debate, and then
Yeah.
we go
So,
on to the next person.
so are you going to just say what happened, or should I say what happened?
7 years ago, we finally got started with the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
So are you going to say what happened, or am I going to say what happened?
I'll say it because I'm reading the notes.
Okay.
Glory.
God. Because it's your show doesn't mean we're not a part of it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if Chris wanted me to say what happened,
You're a
so.
fucking asshole. God.
That was a part of the show too, man.
I'll just take over the show. You guys can just kind of be there.
It's not God, it's God.
Okay.
God, strike me down with all your mighty.
Okay. Without your mighty.
Strike me down with all your might as I stand here
God,
before you.
strike me down with all your non-existent McDonald's mighty wings.
Ooh. Oh God.
Make mighty wings.
All the atheists.
Or I guess
all the atheists are gonna hate.
Owen. I guess Steve's friend. It was God then because he said he'd repel from the ceiling.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't even know about that.
Yeah, so Steve's neighbor, dude, who we got the championship from,
dude,
he said he would appear on the show for 3 straight semesters and never did.
He
Not
knows
one
about
time.
that.
Oh, I know about that.
Not one singular time did he appear on the show.
But anyway, continue.
Okay.
So let's get talking about Monday Night Raw.
Raw happened.
So Raw happened obviously because we're not live at Raw right now.
Yeah.
On September 4th, 2017. Yes, we are in the month of September.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I almost
know.
will August.
I feel like it's still April.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like it's
Literally, I
August.
feel like I never left this place. I feel like it's still like May or April.
I bet you came in here. You're just like.
It feels like the last episode just happened.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does.
It does.
The commentary teams are teams.
Yeah, the team.
There's no Spanish or French on Raw. They don't do.
That'd be great.
They don't bother coming to Raw.
Yeah,
No diversity on Raw.
Yeah.
Can you blame them?
Michael Cole,
Michael Pole.
Michael Cole, and Booker T.
Score,
Did you,
goal.
did you say Corey Graves?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Corey Graves, Michael Cole,
Corey PSAs.
and Booker T. Huffman.
Yep.
What about Corey PSAs?
And Booker T was back this week
Booker
from.
T is back from his hiatus because he was in
Houston.
his home of Houston.
Yes.
Because of the storm,
Yeah.
Hurricane Harvey, which
Yeah, it was
was absolutely horrible. And we send our
Seamus?
thoughts and prayers to the people of Houston
I've already
and to
sent my-
Florida too. Also,
I've already sent my thoughts and prayers.
We hope you.
Why not do it again, man? You selfish prick.
You only get one.
You know,
He's like Spider-Man.
Also send our prayers to people of
Everybody gets
Florida
one.
too, because Hurricane Irma is coming up and it's
Her-
gonna be
that's fine.
deadly.
Yeah, quick prayer also to Shady C, who will be in the midst of that storm
really.
too. Yes, really.
Okay,
Yes,
ready?
really. I'm scared, dude. I don't
Guys,
want the
guys.
Hopefully he wears a shirt when it happens.
He brings me views, man. He's controversy creates cash.
And
bro.
also shirtless reviews.
Alright, hey,
He's
to
topless.
lighten up the mood. Sheamus,
Yes.
Cesaro. Sheamus, Cesaro.
the hell?
See?
Cesaro's
Sheamus.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cesaro.
Jesus.
Hey, I got it too. Sheamus. Oh wait. I thought it looked tan for you. Why isn't it? It
Because
looks
I'm tan as
here.
hell.
You're gay. Okay, so
Because you're gay.
Jason Jordan versus John Cena to open the show.
That was
Jay.
that was
Jay.
much better. I did watch it on YouTube. That match was much better than.
Chris
anyone
no,
to me.
this Chris is supposed to be talking
Right,
about.
right. I'm sorry.
That's not how it works.
I didn't know this. I didn't know that.
Hey,
Maybe you should just turn over the notes you gave.
I told you this an hour ago.
I know. I'm used to the old style.
Jay.
So I'd say
You go.
pretty good match for the most part. Solid opener. They made Cena Reigns again. Rinse and repeat. Saying the same shit over and over again.
Was
The first promo was much better.
Saying old shit
Hey, see.
We now Cena won, obviously. LOL. We move on now.
We all talk about it now, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
overall,
can debate.
I'll
say actually who's ever in charge of that specific show reads the entire thing, and then after we all debate about it. So not going like to one person. That will only be for like special people.
Yeah.
And we can all debate.
Okay, so overall, I thought the
Okay,
Jason
well.
Jordan John Cena match was good.
It was a very solid opener.
This is probably Jordan's best match since he's come over to Raw.
I think it's Jason Jordan's showcase match. In fairness,
Yeah.
Here's the problem though. His push is falling fast.
Do you notice they did not reference that Kurt Angle's his dad? They haven't referenced it.
Yeah.
They haven't showed him awkwardly looking at the TV or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame because at the end of the day, Chad Gable really should have had this role. It would have made. I know the whole.
It would have made
Hi,
sense.
Kurt Angle likes blackjack. Yeah, I
My
know
black
that's
son.
the meme.
My black
That's the
son.
meme we know. But in reality, as far as personalities
Yeah.
go, Chad Gable made
Yeah.
much more sense.
Unless if they
He acts
wanted
like
to go
Kurt
with-
Angle, he thinks like Kurt Angle, he wrestles like Kurt Angle. Like Chad Gable is this generation's Kurt Angle. There's
Or-
not hands down.
Or they could
This
have
dude should have
done
been
it
for the role.
irrational thinking. You know, hey, we need a white and black team on Raw and a
Yeah.
white and black team on SmackDown.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Literally what it is, because now Shelton and Chad Gable are teaming up, which is eventually going to be Shelton turning on Chad Gable.
Probably.
That is the plan right now.
It's
Why they're doing that?
I
They're not
find
telling
it dumb
because they thought they looked good last week on
to
SmackDown.
this day, I think it's the dumbest thing because they had a very big opportunity to make their new tag team division like it was in the Attitude Era, and it would have been with DIY, American Alpha, and the Revival. Minus the bad strains of luck for the Revival.
Except for the Revival will be on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. I think they should
See,
be
if
on
they
one
just kept
show.
the teams the way they were.
They should have just kept the teams the way they were, and they should have just moved them
That's-
onto one show. I
because-
would have put them on SmackDown because could you imagine them?
Yeah, I agree with that. Because
Can
if
you
you think of
imagine
it,
that?
the tag teams on Raw, it's only like 3
Yeah.
who are competing right now.
'Cause
Or
the-
2.
Well, I
if
mean,
you
that's-
really think of it.
that's
it's the
what you
Shield
get
and
when you-
Sheamus and the what the fuck
Wait,
the
wait.
bar.
It's
The
so-
Shield? What do you mean? That's Sheen.
That's
That's Sheen.
that's Sheen.
Death Sheen. But no, the problem
The Burn
is
It Downs.
Burn it down.
burn it too.
Burn down.
Then
the
you have the
Fridge.
good. Then you have the good. Then you have
Burn
the
down-
good brothers.
The burn down the asylums
I
is
fucking love them.
Then you have the bald men.
Like,
what. So
I'll
it's
get into it later, but
currently-
that's the hypotheticals coming is later.
But anyhow,
Later
I
on.
think.
It's
But
literally-
yeah, Jason Jordan's push is falling faster. I think they haven't. Yeah, they haven't brought up that Kurt Angle's his dad in a couple of weeks.
yeah.
They haven't showed up on camera together much at all.
I mean,
so-
this is what you get to with the tag team division when you split up. First off, your hottest acts with Enzo and Cass, which I still think is stupid, as is very
I
evident.
expected it. They're both useless as it is anyways.
Well,
If you do.
that's why you
They
put
can't,
them
I
in
mean,
team.
you can't really fault Big Cass because you get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not saying
Literally,
fault
like
for
it was
Cass.
a freak thing that
I'm
happened.
talking before, like when they originally did the
Yeah.
split. I think it was stupid then. I still think
I,
it's
I,
stupid.
I thought
now.
it was necessary. I mean, they
No.
want to bury Enzo because Enzo's an asshole. So
Yeah.
I don't. agree
literally,
with
what he
that.
is on camera. If you don't know this, people, what he is in real life is what he is on camera.
Yeah, but
That's
Annoying
him.
little.
and the
He
problem.
literally is what he is.
You know what he is?
So-
He's
so
like the
when-
guy at the party that gets it going.
All right, here's the debate. I know we're kind of jumping ahead, but what is the issue with a guy like Enzo being who he is? Because when you're in the workforce, you work with people you don't like anyway. You learn to get
I've
along.
been
with.
through
So
Well,
that's why I don't agree with the fact that they are now burying him because he's not like everybody else. He's not trying to be an happy-go-lucky good guy team player.
he's not.
Trying to be the best. And as far
He is.
maybe not as a wrestler, he definitely will never be as a wrestler. Although he will try his ass off. I have no denying that. But
Actually,
his
added
mic
the finisher to
skills,
his repertoire finally.
Mike's skills, yeah, the John Enzo. But Enzo, Mike's skills, no one's gonna top him. No one's gonna top
got
him.
great
I don't
mic
care.
skills.
Like even if
It's
you hate
just-
the guy, there's
if he-
no denying that the best Mike
But
skills have
at-
Enzo.
at the same
All
time-
written all over it.
Your realistic persona should not be your character. If you think it.
I agree.
Because
But you're gonna deal with people
backstage, you cannot be an asshole. Look what's
Now-
happening to Baron Corbin.
Well, it's stupid. I still think that's stupid.
Baron Corbin's an asshole. Look what happened.
I understand he's an asshole.
Not from Vince, because Vince likes him.
However,
but
yeah.
he's rubbing everyone else the wrong way because he's an asshole.
Well, it's stupid though, because how do you expect anyone first off
You've
to
got to
get over his
differentiate
heel?
between character and real life. He can't, because it's the same thing.
So we're not meant to maintain kayfabe.
He's been dead for years.
I understand that, but
That's the curtain call.
But it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't mean you can't try to maintain kayfabe, even though people know that he's
But
not.
it's not kayfabe, though.
Okay, he's being an asshole in real life.
He
At
is
least it
being
makes
an
it more
asshole in real
realistic.
life.
And who is he being an asshole towards? Because
Everyone on the roster.
everyone on the roster. Okay,
Literally everyone.
says who?
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns kicked him off the bus because he's
Roman
an asshole.
Reigns is
and he was aggravating literally
And
everyone
Roman
on the
Reigns
tour bus.
and Roman Reigns isn't an asshole.
Roman Reigns actually.
Roman Reigns
is
Roman
not really
Reigns,
an
Dean
asshole.
Ambrose, and Seth Rollins were hated when they first came in.
Oh,
if you
James,
remember.
Newsflash, it's not 2012 anymore, it's 2017.
Yeah,
They've all grown
it's the
up.
same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
It's the
They've
same
all
thing.
grown up.
Yeah, of course they've all grown
They've
up.
all grown up, though. They're all in their early 30s.
But what were they
they're not
doing
young kids
before
anymore.
they grew up?
Yeah,
they were
riding
pushing.
together.
They were pushing their
They were riding with
storyline to
Cesaro.
make it through the goddamn show without it being tampered with. Which they weren't successful all the time, but they were successful enough to where it mattered. That's what Baron Corbin is trying to do, and they just shut him. Whether you like the guy or hate the guy, it's one thing. The bottom line is you're going to deal with people you don't like in the workplace. That's just a fact. If
You got to be professional.
if the dude
If
is
you go into strip
not
clubs at the
costing
end of
money-
Raw and then bragging about it, what's that do for you? That pushes you further down.
Enzo,
Because you're rubbing people the wrong way.
Cass, and
Big ass is for a whole
Big
different
Show
thing.
is gone, and
Big
who else is
Cass
gone?
doesn't make any sense.
Randy Orton's gone.
It's just because he's a staunch reporter. He's a staunch supporter of Donald Trump. That's the only reason why they hate him. Which that's stupid. Like honestly, if that's the only reason
You
why
hate him 'cause they're
why
politics
this heat on him, there shouldn't be.
But anyhow, so my thoughts on the whole John Cena Jason Jordan match. They're all-
Jesus Christ. We did go on a tangent a little bit. Didn't we? Good debate though.
I like the match. Like I said, Jason Jordan push is just over. I think it's probably over. I like the.
I wouldn't say it's over.
It's not over yet.
I don't even think it's over. I think it's just beginning. I think without this whole he's a son kind of being shut down our throats now, I think it'll get
I think
over
it's like a
naturally.
slow
No,
move away
I
from
don't know.
I think it'll get over naturally.
He's,
now.
it's not going to get forgotten about though, because in the history books, he's going to be thought of as he was once Kurt Angle's son, and that's just something you can't forget about because they put dedicated
They
TV
should've
time
just-
to it.
if they were gonna do this, they should have just made American Alpha and Chad, or like as a whole, Kurt Angle's
If you
sons.
really want to
Straight
go,
up, that's what they should have done.
if you really want,
Yeah.
if you really wanted to go with it, then you know what you gotta do. Make sure that text message is Stephanie McMahon's special triangle.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be Charnel.
No,
It's got to be Charnel.
no, it's Stephanie.
It's got to be Charnel.
Guess
You know what
Because
you should
Jason
do?
Jordan's half
You
black.
should have like.
So-
No, not Jason. Well, Jason Jordan doesn't exist as Kurt Angle's son in this scenario. The text,
Fair enough,
The
yes.
text message is of Stephanie McMahon's.
Why?
It had to be.
That's
You know,
what
it'd
it
be
is.
even more interesting
Chad
if it was
Gable was
Kurt
actually
Angle.
Chad
and
McMahon
if Chad
Gable.
Gable was Kurt Angle and Stephanie's love child.
Ah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If you think of it too,
You
But
know,
that would
like-
be hysterical.
It
Because
would-
that will give Triple H grounds to have a match with Kurt Angle again. If you think
I
of it.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
as I said that
American
I mean,
Alpha could feud with.
I mean, he's got the chin to be Stephanie's son.
And
and
then
then American Alpha could face like Triple H's henchman, which
Yeah.
would be later for Revival.
and then
Sorry, we get creative a little bit, don't we?
I like the Cena
That
Wayne
is,
promo
that is a
segment.
beautiful. That would be an
I-
incredible storyline to do. So, like you said, Owen, you mentioned it before. Like, what's the Corey Graves part of it?
Yeah, because they didn't explain it at all.
They didn't explain it at all.
When do they ever explain shit fully on Raw though?
They never do. It's always a cliffhanger. By the way, that Goldust protege angle's coming back.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
But anyhow, I like the Cena Wayne's promo segment. The only thing I hate about it is ever since Cena's been a part-time, it doesn't feel like he takes any of his storylines as seriously as he wants to.
Yeah,
Because he's laughing all the time.
Because he's laughing at Roman because he knows Roman can't cut up Roman.
Yeah. But I did like the line when Cena mentioned that Roman Reigns just fly down. Roman was like, "Yeah, you would be looking down there."
Big dog.
Oh,
Really?
a 12-year-old comment? Ooh.
But the only part, it sounds like debates you and Steve would have said those, not like
Literally, like,
I almost threw up in my mouth.
I literally laughed at that because it was so stupid.
Oh, yes.
It was the big dog.
But overall, it was the same formal as
Yeah, because he's a big penis.
My dog is so big.
But clearly we know who the babyface in this feud is. I don't even know if he's really the babyface. And the crowd just picks Steve.
I mean, like, but at the
Dude,
same time, Cena was kind of
imagine Roman
Yeah.
because
Roman
Cena didn't want to have the
Reigns.
match, but Roman did.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is a vendor.
Also, so it's kind of like they're flip flopping.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like flip flopping every week. Who's like,
It always is flip flopping every
John, what were your thoughts on the match?
I don't know. I kind of like the promo segments, but like,
One before you go. Roman Reigns is a vendor. Big dogs, get your big dog here. Get your big dogs here. Get your big dog eat dogs here. Alright.
I thought the match was fine. Nothing really that special.
They tried to make it seem like actually they did point it up. Actually, Jason Joy being Kurt Angle's son because they brought up how Cena faced his dad when he.
but not there was that video package.
very,
But, like,
they
like,
tried to
during
make-
the match though, wasn't mentioned.
But they tried to make it seem like it was going to be the same thing. It was not.
Yeah, but this wasn't Jason Jones' first match. He's kind
Yeah,
of
he's got the match.
he's kind of had a bunch of those by now.
He's a rookie. He's wrestled for 3 years.
Yeah. That I did not like that.
Longer than that.
Longer than
If you
that. I
think
think
of
it's
it,
like
probably
5 years.
2013, I think.
2013.
So
yeah,
right around the time the Roman came
When
out.
he was
4 years.
when he was the Roman was 2012.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
5
right
years.
around the same time.
Yeah, like, I
5
think
years.
it was a 13 or 14, but he had the afro.
Yeah.
Yeah, back.
But
when,
yeah, pretty much I forgot to mention that they buried Jason Jordan in that segment pretty much.
Yeah.
Poor Jason.
And by the way, his brother's in TNA. No one.
Yeah. Desmond
What's his
Xavier.
name?
Desmond Xavier.
So Kurt Angle's
Who the
got.
fuck's that?
If you look up Desmond Xavier and you put actually a picture of himself, you guys can continue on.
I thought that Roman Reigns and John Cena's YouTube comment section argument was dumb. I think that we should not be cutting jokes in a serious feud.
Yeah.
To be fully honest with myself, kind of takes me out of it. Gave Roman.
Yeah.
That's Desmond Xavier.
Oh my god, he looks.
That's Jason Jordan.
He looks like normal. The other dude looked like he
Yeah,
just
they're.
taken
The last
out
name's
of the ass.
Everhart.
The other dude looked like Desmond Xavier looks like he's
What you
taking
mean?
something up the ass.
Angle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because they could be Kurt Angle's son too.
Oh yeah,
Kurt can
he
get
is,
around.
technically. Think of it.
Think about it too. Desmond
Afro.
Xavier. So Kurt Angle has sons in both promotions.
Just go.
Anyhow, let's let John.
Just go to Ring of Honor, win the trios title.
So let's let John
Lucha,
finish.
yeah, Lucha too. The only Americans, like full on American like group in
American,
Lucha.
American. Okay.
The all
right.
American.
Okay,
We should give like a rating.
Yes.
So we can do at the end of the match.
Okay.
And or segment.
I'll give it like a 2.5 stars.
Are you done?
It's-
Done with your? Let John continue here.
I was almost done. I hate the fact they're doing jokes in a serious feud. I think it takes it out of it.
Yeah.
And
It takes the piss out of both of them if you think of it.
yeah, no, and I seem like it's just like, yeah, okay, you guys are making jokes about like, it feels like, well, you're stupid. No, you're stupid.
It's literally like a
I-
playground match.
Like, can you picture like The Rock? If Cena brought up his zipper being down, what The Rock would say?
Yeah, no,
You're like,
crucify him.
Look,
what?
He'd be like, hold it. Looking at the people screw.
Exactly. That's exactly what he'd say.
Either that or he would have been like, it doesn't matter if my zipper's down.
Yeah, like this whole Roman Reigns going, like it was alright. The whole, well, what you would look down at my fly. Like
Thumbs down.
He just sounds like a goddamn weeaboo that doesn't have a good comeback.
Thumbs down. I give the segment as a whole a thumbs down.
Okay.
well-
was pretty bad.
Actually, it'd be a lot easier to do that. Just do thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thumbs
I
up.
do star ratings. I do star ratings.
Pay-per-views, yeah.
Yeah, fun.
What about you, James?
For me, from what I've seen, because I
I
didn't
give,
watch
it,
it all
I give
live.
it a thumb right in the middle.
I
give
thumb,
it-
thumb,
Yeah,
up,
bye-bye.
thumb up for the match. Thumb up for the match. I thought the match was very good for a Raw opener. So really good job.
Actually,
by,
thumb up for the match, thumb below for the segment.
Thumb-
Essentially brings you
I'm
over.
so iffy on the segment though. I think that the childish banter. I'll tell you right now, this
I mean,
is
the-
nothing.
I mean, the
this is
penis
nothing
jokes,
like
dude.
their first promo
No, it's not. The
at
first
all.
one's excellent.
And
It's
it
the
was
second one.
yeah. Now the second promo was just about dick jokes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
Well, I think the problem is they put
They
so
they
much
run
of
out
that.
of material because they buried each other in the first one they did.
You know, the problem is they they did so much in the first promo that now everything they do afterwards is just kind of
So, same thing.
yeah.
I mean, the dick joke was new, but it's not like it's like really.
Yeah.
Like, what are we like? What are we? 15 again?
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe Roman
Really?
thinks he's 15.
I mean, that's how you know they've gone like.
Yeah.
Like they've run out of like ideas to say. They're still getting the weak.
So overall, I
someone
think everyone
had
gave it like I'm gonna say this segment for overall combined us gets like a thumbs in the middle, like slightly pointing up because everyone seemed to like the match. And but John was the only one that gave. You brought it to the thumbs in the middle. Would have been a thumbs up if you didn't give the segment the thumbs down. You brought the negativity.
Match up,
Negativity.
promo, middle.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's a middle.
Overall, it's like a thumbs up.
Yeah.
The thumbs in the middle is slightly pointed up.
Yeah.
I didn't like
It was a positive start to the show.
Yeah.
Jason Jordan got
Finally.
elevated like Damien.
You know,
The first time in a long time, the Raw actually started with a match.
yeah, I was happy about that.
Finally, not a 20-minute
That's what-
long
okay.
exhausting.
Fine.
promo.
I'll bring my thumb. Two thumbs in the middle, slightly pointing down.
Slightly.
So I guess overall, it's like
Very pointing down, almost to the point where.
Eric Berry open season.
Ah,
Official now. He
wow.
confirmed it.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? What I didn't like though was like Cena and Reigns got over like 30 minutes of TV time.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Now the squash match of the century. Sheamus and Cesaro versus Beauty and the Man Beast. A big thumbs down. I hated this match so much
Rhino and
because literally this should not be on television.
Yeah.
I don't care. They had nothing better. They had no better tag teams to put out there. Like if you want to put them on TV,
I
fine.
mean,
But
like,
really, does Sheamus and Cesaro need a squash
it should have.
match?
Yeah, it should have at least
Do they
been
really?
fucking competitive.
I didn't hate it.
We're talking. First off, it'd be one thing.
Big
It'd be
thumbs
one thing.
down.
I get it. It's Heath Slater. I get it. He's your comedy act. I get it. You put him in when you need him stuff. But that's not how you should operate. First off.
Exactly.
That's one
Or
thing.
Rhino too. Like if this is like the
The second thing. These are former tag team fucking champions.
they both are the first ever SmackDown tag team champions.
And you're just fuck all with them. Why? I don't
Makes sense.
understand. Because you have a perfect dynamic of two. First off, it would have been you could have made this a very entertaining match simply for the fact that both teams are misfit teams.
Oh yeah.
They originally never should have worked together, but they did.
Exactly.
That's it. It's so simplistic. It's right there in your face, but you just let's just fuck
Be a
that
house
thing,
show.
piss it up
House
a
show
rope.
match at best.
I didn't hate it. It put Sheamus and Cesaro over because
It did. I don't disagree with that. It's just
Yeah.
it could have been a
You didn't have-
little bit longer of a match.
Like I said, they didn't have any other teams to
That's
throw in there.
literally
so-
like what Rhino and Heath Slater are now.
If you were gonna have
It's,
them
it's a
jump-
minute and a half squash match where like Heath Slater hits like his leg lariat. That's the only thing they do in the match. Where Rhino sits in the corner the entire time.
They
Like,
should
I
have
don't-
been.
like,
They should have
what's the
brought
point
like
we
they
hate
should have
that
found
match?
like an enhancement tag team.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
was just about to say.
I
They
wouldn't
should've
complain
just-
if it was that.
They should have just gotten like a couple like
Local-
irrelevant indie guys.
Like
and
no,
put them in
or
there.
like local talent.
Yeah.
Like from around the area. Like instead of using Slater and Rhino,
Yeah.
where Rhino just sits on the apron for 95% of the match.
It's just
it does
dumb.
nothing.
It's fucking dumb to me.
And then you had Ambrose and Rollins on commentary, which was pointless because the match was like 2
God,
minutes
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
so they didn't say anything really.
a horrible match.
I bet
But this was used to set up for the
Dean Ambrose
Raw tag team.
literally. Dean Ambrose literally could have taken 10 shots and that match would have been over that quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
yeah, it probably was. Probably.
this
the
was
match
also-
went quicker than Ambrose would have been taking shots.
But this match was clearly used because this was to build up the Raw tag team title match between Sheamus
Nothing
and Cesaro.
happened after that match, right? Just nothing.
Oh,
They
there's
just
one-
went to the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell was the point of
What's
just
the
showing
point of them
them
being on
back?
commentary?
Do we really have to talk much
Rollins
about
and
this?
It's
Ambrose
kind of weird that they have them
back.
go on commentary. Like the wrestlers like can't even be like there to be a distraction because they're up on the stage. So it's like
It was a squash match. Thumbs.
Like what are they gonna
mostly
do? Like
down.
the 10 punches in the corner and stare at them at that commentary
Yeah.
table?
Right.
Like there's no reason for them.
I'll give it a thumbs in the middle because it was used.
Yeah, they're
For
the
the-
bars. And
I give it a thumbs down straight, like for the fact that
Okay.
it could have been longer. And
I'm gonna give it
another
like
team
a
could have been
thumbs
Okay.
mostly down.
because it's really depressing to see Slater and Rhino be out there.
Yeah.
because this team is
So
like.
overall,
give it a
it's
Bo Dallas.
I give it a Bo Dallas.
So overall, it gets a thumbs down,
Look at
though.
the fucking Miz Taraj out there. It probably would have been a better match.
I wish the Miz Taraj would be utilized more too. By the way, like
We'll talk about that.
they should be
We'll
going
get
for
to
the
that.
tag titles.
I'll say
No thanks.
We're getting a thing.
Like who else is there other than
You
the
middle
Revival who's
Byron?
injured?
The
Big
Bah!
Cass and Enzo are fucking broken out.
But no, this is
We
Bo
got
Dallas.
Beauty and the Man Beast, who they just
It's
made
a
look
little.
like
It's literally a
shitheads.
combination.
What else do you have?
Actually, if you think of it, John,
I
it's a
don't want
combination.
I don't
of
want Bo
the
Dallas
Bar
to win the
and Bo Dallas.
Yeah. All
Bo Dallas originally came up with that.
Yeah.
And Sheamus and Cesaro stole it.
Yes.
How about Bo Dallas gets fired? How about that?
No. Why do you
I don't
hate
mind
Bo
that.
Dallas?
I mean, if you do it, please, but push
He's
Joe
not
Hennig.
that bad.
That's all I
Have you
care
seen his
about.
work in NXT?
Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, jeez. He just-
Oh my
John-
god! I thought you were gonna take that out.
John, you almost tripped on an effing
You almost
wire.
pulled a Steve pretty much.
Is this your exercise?
But overall, John, is that your thoughts on the whole
Yep.
match?
Exactly.
Well, I didn't see it. I turned
Okay.
over to see the Red Sox and the Blue Jays.
So we have the Hardy brothers in real life, Hardy brothers,
Yeah.
Hardy Bros,
The Woken Hardys.
the awoken team,
Yeah,
in an interview. And Matt did most of the talking,
Yeah.
and Jeff was just taunting the whole time.
I was very surprised about that, actually.
I would have liked it. I mean, granted, Matt is the talker of the
Yeah.
group and
Yeah.
always has been.
Yeah.
But Jeff's not terrible on the mic. Jeff's actually pretty good on the mic.
Well, I mean, if you remember back, especially 07, 08, 09, like Jeff's last 3 years.
Yeah.
When they had the Hardy Boys together for a little bit, he would do most of the talking.
Yeah.
He would do most of the talking. Especially in 06 too, when they won the World Tag titles, he was doing most of the talking. So it's actually very surprising that
What?
they're letting Matt talk.
Like why? Like it's Jeff's match,
Wait.
but Matt's the one doing the talking.
Who's that? What happened?
He's,
Steve responded to my.
So what do you give it for like a thumbs rating?
the interview? Why don't we just talk about the match and then we give like the whole.
Yeah, sure.
We're not gonna don't even respond.
Let's talk to
So
Matt.
I'll give it a middle pointing up.
What, the interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle pointing up. I mean, it served a purpose. I would like to see Jeff talk more, but Matt hyped the match up,
Yeah.
and so that's
And he was
fine.
acting very broken too
Yeah.
on the promo.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful.
I mean, it's a decent backstage promo.
Yeah.
Like I said though, Jeff should have done most of the talking since it was his match, not Matt.
Yeah, true.
It's like he's his manager or something.
I know. Yeah. at this
Yeah.
point.
Apparently, Jeff Hardy is starting to fade away, and Matt's classifying himself as obsolete.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So then that led to Jeff versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship match, which it was a good match.
Really good.
I give it a good it's a good match.
Honestly,
Um,
and I gotta say,
And I kind of like those two because it sets up like Jeff for like another match against The Miz at the next pay-per-view.
I
Why?
personally think that
Because he lost.
They
He's a
really.
But
Should
Miz
fight
didn't
The
cheat
Miz.
to, Miz didn't cheat to win. He beat him
Beat
clean.
him clean.
I
But
don't
at the same
think they
time,
showed
like,
all that. What
I kind of like this feud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this feud go on because I don't think they showed all of what they could do.
Yeah.
I think they should make this a
Even if they have like a stipulation match, like a
because
ladder
that's
match or
when they'll
something,
show.
like-
That's when it will be.
I was even
entertaining.
thinking. I was even thinking about this too. SmackDown does the cutaways for commercials. This was I wish Raw did that for this match because we would.
I wish Raw did the cutaways for commercials and had the commentary on and muted the commercials.
Yeah.
Because when you're trying to watch the match on SmackDown, you can't watch it because the fucking commercials sound is still playing,
Yeah.
or the friggin' mute or the match is
usually put
going.
it on
It's,
mute. I
it's
usually-
distracting.
I usually put it on mute, so. But overall, the match I thought was really good. My favorite spot was like when Hardy went for when he went for his kick to the gut, but that usually should be disqualification because he's kicking him right in the nuts, and Miz counted it right to the DDT. I thought looked really cool. And obviously Miz won when he hit the skull crushing finale for the win.
After Maurice pulled Mike out of the way, and when Jeff was going for the Swanton, and that led up to
And
the
I did
finish,
like
which
that they
is
had
what-
Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, and Matt Hardy all get ejected from inside, but yet the Middle East
I
get
don't
ejected.
see. That's what doesn't make any sense to me. Like, Why was Matt getting ejected from ringside? That didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything.
Referee paid her for a blowjob, so
And
that way
then,
she
of
could
course,
stay.
you know, big tit slut outside fucking gets this.
I'm guessing because she just didn't do anything
No,
at
she
all. So.
stood there, but at the same time, Matt just stood there
she
too.
Madison
It was like
rained it.
watching over.
She Madison rained it. The referee got a nice little shower with her. And
Exactly.
Paid for it, and that's how it was.
But Matt was kind of standing by his brother to make sure he didn't get like
So
attacked.
overall, I'll give that.
I give it a thumbs up. It was a very good match.
It was a good match. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs
And
up,
again-
my
I think we
Joe.
said.
And again, another quality opponent for the Miz to face.
What about you, Joe? What do you
So
think?
he's not facing just like the same people over and
Hard,
over.
hardcore party versus.
So what does Miz go
The
for?
Miz, the
because
most
he's supposed to
underrated,
defend his
most
title?
underappreciated man in the company.
I fucking agree with that.
The Miz.
Oh,
And I would have never said that. I would have never said that.
Yeah, we have it on recorded.
Because you remember, I hated the Miz back then. I hated it. Now after his talking smack era, he's one of the best fucking guys
I
on the roster today.
still hate the Miz.
I
think
can't
he's
hate him.
But
I can't hate
what
him.
he does on that microphone
yeah.
is he's probably one of the best mic talkers in wrestling. Honestly, hands down.
I really-
I give him like all the credit in the world on the microphone.
You know the funny
he's
thing is,
great on
too,
the stick.
Yeah.
You know the whole
There's no
phrase.
denying that.
I gotta say, you know that whole phrase.
And that's gonna be
It's
too
not
because
the
I'm a
title.
staunch Miz hater.
It's not the title that
I
makes
know.
the man
And
makes
I
the title.
don't deny that he is fantastic on the mic.
Not
He
just
made
that.
the match with Dolph Ziggler better.
Not even just that. Like,
You're gonna have
think
to
about it like
take. I
this.
do agree with that segment, that statement.
Yeah. I gotta say, do you remember the whole the title doesn't make the man makes the title?
Yeah.
I don't associate that Intercontinental title with anybody but the Miz mostly.
Pretty much because he's been the only one to have it. Pretty much.
Well, that and he's
in the past year.
or contend for it.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's like
past
it's weird
4
too
years.
because
Past
the US
4 years, it's been the Miz.
The U.S. Championship has been getting more of the action that way.
Yeah, I know.
And the IC title's been like a prop because Miz really hasn't had a good feud.
Besides
This-
Dolph.
But so, well, like this year
Yeah.
alone, like
Yeah.
the
He faced
the
Cena.
U.S. Championship, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. If they gave it their all, which I believe they didn't.
It's not their fault.
It wasn't their fault. They had a couple of sloppy matches. But on paper, U.S. Championship, that match should be 5 stars.
Yeah.
Well, not even just that. I mean, it could have been a 5-star match at SummerSlam, but you know they had to
Yeah.
fucking thrust Shane McMahon.
You know what that match was? Shane McMahon featuring AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Not even
That's
just
literally
that.
what the match was.
But it's like he's supposed to be the star, and he looks like a fucking moron. Like he's just taking the dumbest bumps ever. I swear to God, I've never seen a more dumb bump. Who was that referee in TNA that took the really bad kick spot and never even got hit, and he still took the bump anyway? This was worse than that. Like he's
Well, at least Shane got hit,
the
though.
weakest bumps. And the reason I say that in retrospect is because what? Shane McMahon jumps off of fucking Hell in a Cells, fucking staging, all of this other crazy shit over his entire career.
And not to mention, he's in his mid-40s.
And,
he's still doing this.
and he's still doing this in his mid-40s. He's doing shooting star presses, elbow drops through
Yeah.
the tables, all of this crazy shit. And he's like loopy from a couple kicks to the fucking head.
Kevin Owens
Yeah.
Kevin Owens said that himself.
I mean, he jumped off the top of the Hell in a Cell. Granted, there was a crash pad
Yeah.
underneath the announce
I
table, but
wouldn't
that's still a
fucking do that.
long way down.
Yeah.
And
I
he
wouldn't
got
fucking
up
do
from
that.
it.
I
He
wouldn't
got
fucking-
up. He didn't take it and help him up or anything. He got up himself.
Yeah.
A fucking spear.
Like, that's pretty impressive.
Not
in its
to
own right.
mention too, like the thing that made him the loopiest
And the fact that he got
was that fucking spear he took by Reigns in Survivor Series
Oh, yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
That made him loopy, and
Or-
they're trying to make it
And
as
the
if
fact
it was
that he
like that.
survived almost breaking his neck against Cardigo at King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Well, they put the wrong glass in.
Yeah,
And,
it's.
and Vince almost killed his son.
But yeah, but
Like,
you know, let's
the
just
amount
have
of times
Shane
he
look
got
like an idiot.
belly to belly into those glass panels
Oh
was
my
probably
God,
about
you
10
kicked me in
times.
the
Yeah.
face.
It was supposed to be like 9 times or whatever.
Yeah.
Like 1 through each side. But it's
Like
like
that.
it ended up being like 10 belly to belly.
He just-
he landed on his neck like every single time. Like,
Yeah.
Hurt Dan and a broken tail.
to Deckard.
Those two are freaking.
Surprised he didn't fucking paralyze himself in that match.
But overall, the IC title match, as
Good.
Simon would say, gets an up.
Definitely gets an up. Ups and some downs.
Yeah.
All right,
Up and some down.
let's get to the next one.
Cardigo backstage. I forget what this is.
So I remember. What
Is this the Nia Jax thing?
Yeah, so earlier in the night, it was announced that Sasha Banks was going to get her Raw Women's Championship rematch against Alexa Bliss, and Nia's like, And I actually agree with Nia. Why is Sasha Banks getting a rematch when I laid out Alexa Bliss the week prior?
I hate
And Kurt Angle says, well, she has a contractual rematch clause.
Unless
It's so stupid.
Unless if it's a match where they can't win the title ever again.
I mean,
They still technically have a contract.
this is the one positive I will say about it though. The wins and losses mattered. Fucking mattered.
What's the point of putting the title on Sasha
Because-
Banks?
No,
That loss at SummerSlam
because
is
now-
completely pointless to Alexa.
now the
because she just got the
teams
championship back
have
anyway.
something to win for. So Sasha and Alexa have something to win.
Alexa, then Nika can over
Because if they win the match, it will just be one-on-one. Whereas if Nia Jax and Emma win, they get inserted into the match. So finally, at least, even though it's not, it's kind of at least the wins and losses matter. Finally.
No,
like,
no,
you don't get that
I'm
enough.
not talking about that. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm talking about rematch clause.
Oh yeah, fucking.
I hate that so much.
That's so stupid.
So then Emma comes up and says, I should get a women's title match because I started the women's revolution. When she hasn't won a match.
But she didn't win a match.
She won
Last
against
week.
Becky.
Oh, yeah.
I literally
I wrote their Twitter.
hate Emma.
I was speaking.
I fucking hate her.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's say she's a bad wrestler. I think this gimmick
it's
sucks.
literally making me hate her. Because it's like,
Yeah.
it's literally the same shit every single week.
But
Really?
It's either the same tweet or a different variation of the same tweet
She doesn't.
and some stupid thing.
So then Kurt Angle says,
I understand why she's kind of disgruntled. However, at the same token, you're nowhere near Austin Aries level. So take what you can fucking get.
Or
Problem
the fact
is
that
she was
she's
bigger for
on
her bridges.
television
Yeah.
and she shouldn't be complaining.
Exactly, and it's
It's
like,
not like she's
she
like
gets
fucking
the she
JTG.
gets the Emelina gimmick, right?
Yeah, because you know why they scrapped
She
the
won-
gimmick from her?
Because she demanded.
Not only did she not want, she wasn't trying.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason why it took her so fucking long
Let's
to
be
debut.
honest. That's why she gets jobbed out all the
Yeah,
time.
And
now.
she really-
literally they were giving her this gimmick.
The gimmick
new
didn't
thing,
better.
And
You
she
could have made
didn't-
this.
She didn't try.
You
They said
could
she
have
was
made
giving-
this.
She was
a
half-assed.
gimmick.
The gimmick didn't fit her
The
anyway.
gimmick didn't fit her anyways because she's not a whore.
It could have.
At the same
That-
time,
that'd be
But at the same
Lana,
time.
exactly. That's why Lana
Well,
is the whore.
his
Because she did have someone sniff coke off her tits.
yes.
So
Yes. But here's the thing. I think the gimmick could have worked had she made the effort
yeah, exactly.
to
She didn't make
fucking
any effort.
adapt to it.
Like
So
the
I
Velvet
think,
Teen, like the Velvet Teen Dream.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Fucking hate that gimmick.
I hate the gimmick, but at least he adapted.
Wait a minute,
it
no
to
you
where it
don't.
makes
No you
sense.
don't. Don't bullshit.
Right, I don't hate the gimmick. I love anything Patrick Clark does. It's fucking great.
So you love the Velvet Teen Dream gimmick when he should be taken seriously as.
I think he should be taken
Patrick Clark.
seriously.
You know what would even be more interesting if he was Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
Let's be honest.
The
Any
Red
black.
Rooster.
Let's be honest though. If any.
And it would make sense too because I miscalculated. Kurt Angle was in college in 1988.
All right, here we go.
Jason Jordan was born in 88.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But
here we go.
if you think of it, if he impregnated someone during the 96 Olympics, that's when Patrick Clark was born.
I have a question.
That'd be better too, because he was actually in the Olympics. He do a lot of crazy stuff in the Olympics, probably.
So this is
Oh,
what
yeah,
I.
definitely. Then
This
look
is
at
what
Village,
could have happened.
you fuck everything inside.
We're after having. I think with Emma, I think the problem is she didn't adapt to it. She didn't even attempt to adapt to it. If she tried, I think what could have happened is she could have mixed both gimmicks together to her liking.
Yeah.
If she gave a shit when she didn't, what? Whatever. I don't even know what you're doing. Stop.
When you why get paranoid?
Hey, why do you have 3 notifications popping up on your fucking computer?
Okay.
Why is one of them a
YouTube,
butt?
YouTube notifications.
Fucking guy.
All right.
Why is one of them a dick in the butt?
Anyway.
one.
If Emma combined both of
You get
if
it?
Emma
You want a
combined
dick in the butt?
No.
both of her gimmicks, got
What
like
was
a
it?
new first off, ditch the fucking techno electro music shit. And get
They
like
can't make up
maybe
their minds
a-
on what
maybe
music
a
they want in
rock.
the first place.
Maybe get her like a kind of like a hard rock like Nickelback kind of theme.
You mean the shitty?
Wait,
way,
a
yeah.
shitty band?
Hey, I like
Who does a shit-
Nickelback. Shit.
You mean
Wait,
they're
you're the only
they're-
person on planet Earth to like Nickelback.
You mean-
Bullshit. I know plenty of people. that
Bullshit.
like
No.
Hey,
Nickelback.
do you want us to perform some music? No.
No,
Okay,
listen,
here's
listen.
Nickelback.
Listen. I think
You want to hear the same
When they
song
went to
over?
South America,
I'm
and they got
saying
rock star
Nickelback
on
because it would
Because they
fit
suck.
what I'm trying to go with. That's what could have happened. Is my point. She didn't try. She didn't try. If she actually gave 100%, this is the shit she would have done. Sorry, Emma, I don't feel sympathy for you. If you don't want to play with the fucking gimmick, this is the one occasion where I say just go on the indies.
But then
be a
what's pretty much
fucking
what happens when this backstage
entitled
segment,
bitch there.
Pretty much what happens when this backstage segment.
Oh, so
is,
it's okay for her to be an entitled, for her to be called an entitled bitch, but when it comes to Enzo Amore being like Enzo, that's when they're wrong.
No, I say. Well, here's the thing. At least Enzo is trying. At least Enzo tries with whatever he's given, as you clearly see. What is Emma doing? What the fuck is Emma doing?
Because Enzo likes what he's been given.
Exactly.
Emma doesn't.
Well, no, he could very well not like it and treat it like as if it's a chore. That's not what he's doing. That's not what he's doing. He's treating it as if he's still in the company he loves. He's being treated. He doesn't treat it as a demotion. He treats it as a new opportunity.
And they take it as a demotion.
Then James, by saying that, you could say that. You could say
they might have joked about Roman Reigns taking the U.S. Championship as a demotion and the WWE Championship, and it wasn't really a demotion.
But that,
at least he had a championship.
From what James just said, then technically Austin Aries is in the one to leave the company.
No, I was Aries. I think
it's real life sense also too kind of carries into that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He was rubbing people the wrong way.
Well,
for you to be on that,
at the same
roster in general.
I think Aries is a tough case you work with. I can't defend that. But what I will say about it is with Aries, yeah, he's super talented, and I think the thing is, he knows he can be a big star. They just don't give him the opportunity. That's the difference here. I think Enzo, he knows what he's worth. He doesn't care. He just wants to do what he can. Aries wants to be the very, very, very best. So with that kind of comes a little bit of an ego problem. I think that's what.
Emma. You could say the same thing about Emma.
Okay.
But anyhow,
no, I agree with that with Emma, but the difference is at least Aries would.
Up or down, up and some downs.
Why I didn't even. So pretty much, Kurt Angle says this is going to lead to a tag match with Nia Jax and Emma, and if they win, the match becomes a fatal 4-way match.
Oh wait, no, down. Sorry.
That's the whole stack picture.
I give it a thumbs in the middle, slightly towards up. I actually didn't really mind this too much.
So, next match was Owen Finch's favorite wrestler, Tony Nese.
Oh my gosh.
Captain in the Pinch, Drew Gulak, and Noam Dar versus Ray Metalik.
Yep.
He's been found.
Yeah.
He's missing for over a year.
Cedric Alexander, my
dude. Why you
dude.
watch 205 Live?
And Enzo a crap egg.
So Enzo, if you cut to promo, it's pretty much the same thing as the 205 Live.
We've seen 205 Live, so we've seen the same.
So you've seen Enzo's same rinse and repeat shtick.
Well,
he just says the same things over and over again.
Well, I mean, he didn't repeat it on 205 Live this week, but yeah, he repeated it on Raw this week. I think it was scripted. I think it was scripted like that because Vince probably thought it was hilarious and decided to put it on again.
and nobody watches it. And nobody watches.
And no one watches 205 Live except for like us two and maybe Logan on his podcast. But the problem with it is like it doesn't sound as organic. You know what I mean?
Down.
Which is why the one downside of 205. I give it a thumbs up.
You know why it's a down? Because Enzo's in it.
So then
Enzo wasn't in it. That's one over the middle.
I say
I think Enzo ruins the match.
So Enzo, he beats not Tony. It should have been Tony Nese, but he beats Drew Gulak with a thumb to the eye, and
he cheated.
Yeah, he's a cheater now.
Well, he said he ain't
Hey, Eddie Guerrero made it work. Why can't Enzo?
Eddie Guerrero's likable.
Because Guerrero is.
Because Guerrero's not an asshole.
Because Guerrero's Eddie. Ask his.
Could you imagine Eddie Guerrero saying Joe Dunzo, baby? It's Joe Dunzo, I say.
I gotta get it right. Okay.
Where the fuck was Vicky? God damn it! Why the fuck was Vicky?
But Enzo, and then he beats and then he beats Tony. He beats Drew Gulak with Eat Defeat and wins.
Yes,
and
he stole a female wrestler's finisher.
Hey,
fantastic.
Joe Dunzo, man. Joe Dunzo.
So
in the middle,
everything's fucking down because Enzo won and Enzo.
So it's basically a thumbs middle, mostly down.
I think they're just waiting it down because Enzo's in the
No,
match.
I'm running it down because I don't care about the
I don't
cruiserweights.
care.
Unless this,
It would have been in the middle if Enzo was in the match. Because
I care about
I
the
can tell you
cruiserweight.
right now.
I care about it more because Enzo's in the match.
Cedric Alexander, Noam Dar are amazing. That's it. Literally the two shining stars. I mean, Drew
Great match of the
Gulak and his gimmick is pretty good.
I had the league's really good actually.
Tony Nese is
Drew Gulak is
horrible.
too good. I feel like they kind
And
of
Graham Montalese, another, more known for his outside of WWE.
He's
credentials.
He's fantastic though. If you've seen,
Graham Montalese is fucking incredible.
but Tony Nese just needs to.
Go away.
He's such a great wrestler, guy, that he caught Austin Aries wanted nothing to do with him.
All right, I
You
want to
found
say
out
this
you-
before we move on.
No defense.
Hold on. No, I'm not defending Tony Nese, but
Okay,
I'm
good.
defending him. Here's the one thing I'll defend Aries on. At least Aries had the respect to ask for his release, and Emma doesn't stay in the fucking company that she gets paid by and fucking just complains and expects shit to fucking change because she got flaps her fucking gums.
Well, they probably
I'm
said
just-
yes.
I'm
They
sorry.
probably
Like,
said
She
That's
used
the
them all
truth.
really well too.
they probably
Yes.
said yes too because
That's
he's like, you know what,
that's
Tony
how-
Nese sucks. You don't need to waste your time in this feud.
Was it I thought it was Zack Ryder. No.
No, he's dating
Low Vanessa.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it
Or
was I thought
Chelsea
it was-
Green, the girl with nothing.
I thought
The
Emma,
band
I
with
thought
looks like.
Emma was dating.
The girl who looks like a dude with a wig on.
Fuck it. Anyway.
She's
What
fucking.
was your Riley with wig?
She looks like a dude with a wig.
Next match.
She's fucking gross.
Are we done with? Are we done
Yeah.
with that?
Sasha Banks backstage. This is with sexy Lexi, isn't it?
Yep. She comes up and she tries to butter up Sasha, but because they have real ID,
Butter
Sasha
up.
Banks isn't gonna. Sasha Banks ain't buying that crap. So she says,
Lexi
"Look."
can butter me up.
Sasha Banks says, "Look, we don't like each other, but we have to work together to win this match, so I can tap you out in no mercy." And Sasha Banks pretty much owns Alexa Bliss, so.
I feel like at the same
Yeah,
token.
it kind of served a purpose. At the same time,
Yeah.
it didn't. It was unnecessary.
I think
And
that's
she was
really
trying to like.
I feel
What?
like-
Who is the face in this match? Is it
So,
Nia Jax?
company-wise-
Is it Emma? Is it?
No, so
Is it-
company-wise, Alexa Bliss is the heel, Sasha Banks is the face. Real life-wise, it's the other way around because Sasha Banks is a bitch. So
That's why I'm saying it really should be the roles
Like,
should be reversed.
Like, what's Nia? Nia's supposed to be the
a
face.
monster.
Is it just a face? Like, is she a
Tweener.
heel?
She's-
What
she's
the
the
fuck
fe-
is she?
She's the
Honestly.
female Braun Strowman, like how Sable's the
So
female.
Nia,
Yeah,
shouldn't,
but except she moves around.
but Chris, shouldn't Nia Jax be a heel because she turned on her best friend?
She
last
did.
week?
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that's a
I tried, like,
when
drop-
Batista turned on Randy Orton. Batista didn't turn face.
Yeah.
Like Randy Orton did. And now Nia Jax does the same exact fucking thing and she turned face. Like,
I don't think
it's like someone who beat down her best friend.
I don't think she turned. I don't think any of them turned. None of them turned face. Alexa's still a heel.
No one's fucking
Everyone's
face.
heel.
Everyone's
Here's
heel.
what happened.
Everyone's here because Sasha's been acting a heel recently too.
But
I
at
think
least,
all of them
at
are
least
heel.
Alexa Bliss. No, Alexa Bliss is actually the face because she's likable in real life. So
She is.
she's the face.
Is
She's
it
the
because
face.
of her looks, James?
No, because she's actually a nice fucking
She
human
is.
being
It is,
too.
bro.
I want to meet. Who wants to meet Larry Steve too? Who? The pig. Oh yeah, you don't know she has a pig.
Oh
now?
yeah,
Oh,
Larry
yeah, she's
Steve.
big, yeah.
Fucking yeah. I saw that with her and Buddy Murphy. I'm like, the fuck are you doing with a pet pig?
What
Buddy
the fuck is she
Murphy.
doing with Buddy Murphy?
Yeah.
That's the real question.
Buddy Murphy
Poor
seems
Alexa.
like an asshole.
Buddy Murphy seems like she's way too hot for him. She should be like someone like me.
or me.
We can all triple team her.
No, I don't want to see your dick. I'm good with that.
Well, no, you don't have to. You can just,
I'm
just
good
put a
with that.
blindfold on.
Move
All right,
on.
Just
so
put a blindfold on. It's
Now,
okay.
now the Finn Balor stupid promo with Bray Wyatt. Down, don't care.
I'll talk about it.
Don't even care.
Who is it?
So, pretty much.
No,
sum it up.
I'm gonna sum this up.
Who is it?
Okay.
So Bray Wyatt, so Finn Balor comes out and he
okay.
cuts a promo.
I don't want to
Okay,
talk
cool.
about this.
So then Bray Wyatt comes on the Titantron. Spooky, 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 spooky. Really, really spooky, 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 spooky.
Same shit
Super-
that he always
super
says.
spooky.
Loses every feud.
Really,
thumbs
really,
down.
really spooky
Thumbs
stuff.
down.
Some spooky with a lot more spooky, 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 and promo done spooky.
Yeah.
And then
thumbs
at
down,
least with Match
spooky.
at No Mercy, well I guess
Thumbs
Finn Balor
spooky.
he can't wear the demon paint because Bray Wyatt won't let him, I guess.
I guess so.
Because Bray Wyatt claims he didn't beat him because he beat him as the demon.
And also too, those two people are also running my head with
My
that.
fucking god.
John, what did you think of this? Do you have any
Fuck up and leave. Finn Balor alone. No one gives a
I know.
shit.
Don't worry, James. You're gonna like what I'm gonna say in a couple of minutes.
Thumbs
It's
down.
gonna be excellent.
Go.
Down.
I bring it up because it's
down,
one that
down,
never
down.
happens.
All the way down.
All the way down.
You know why? Because no one wants to see this match.
It's been overdone.
They've had 2 matches.
Wait, which one?
Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I don't want to see it anymore.
I'm done.
I'm
You
done.
beat him as the demon. What's the point?
I don't beat him as the demon. As the demon, he's supposed to be defeated. So if,
Yeah.
so if he goes into No Mercy as the demon and loses, what's the point? Then the demon's lost its power.
Yeah. Well, you can't because I can't believe Bray Wyatt, according to him, he didn't beat him as the demon. I guess apparently to him, the demon Finn Balor is different than
He's
the
a different
demon.
person.
Yeah, even though they have the same fucking moveset because WWE doesn't want to let them differentiate like he did on.
You know what?
Apparently, the
You know.
demon Finn Balor and Finn Balor are literally two different people.
Did you ever notice that the Demon Finn Balor and the regular Finn Balor are not
Dude, we
the
need
same
the Demon
No,
King.
never.
Where's our epic match of Demon King versus Demon Kane? Let's
or,
go.
Or it's not. Or as Seth Rollins called him, the Demon King.
Almost a year. Yeah.
September 11th.
The Demon Liu Kang.
So, what happened to the legendary Demon King versus Demon Kang?
Yeah.
no,
feud?
Demon.
Every time Seth Rollins got on the mic, it was
Demon Liu Kang, he comes in and
Where's
he's
the
like,
Demon
finish
Kang?
him. I hit
You know
you
what the
with
funny
this
thing
fatality.
is? By Bray Wyatt's logic, technically every NXT TakeOver match, Finn Balor didn't really win that. I guess.
Finn Balor was not the longest reigning NXT champion then.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
almost- he
which is
almost
dumb.
got 200 days because they fucked him. So,
Anyway,
fucked
yeah,
him.
no one cares. Thumbs down. Let's get on to the next.
Thumbs down, bitches.
I'm already gonna give this a thumbs down. The stupid tag team match.
Oh, I
What
hate
was the
this.
match?
With the women's tag match.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Was that
Thumbs in the middle. Be different.
Okay.
I'll give it a
this
thumbs
show,
down.
I literally like.
So let John be different, James.
Literally, it's thumbs
Let
down
me-
for me because of the stipulation.
I like
Now
the
you can't be different,
stipulation,
James.
honestly.
Because
Thumbs up.
if it was, if
If
there was
there's
no
no-
stipulation involved in it, it would have been much better.
Yeah.
Ready?
No, here's
And
what's
if
stupid.
Sasha and Alexa won, it would have made so much more sense.
Here's what's stupid about it. So they're just gonna randomly throw all the women in a 4-way match.
The
When
ones,
they
the
really-
ones the ones that they care about.
Yeah.
Ready? Thumbs up because they're building up for a women's title match, so that way they can get Alexa versus Sasha 1-on-1, where Sasha doesn't need to pin Alexa to win the belt. So thumbs up. Thumbs up for this segment.
Doesn't sound like it's legit, but
We're missing Billy in this one.
here's what
It's Billy.
here's what I hated about it though. We do this stuff with Nia Jax. At least they followed up on it. I was brutally pissed that they weren't gonna follow up and they were just gonna give the. But it really should be a one-on-one match between Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, not
Nia
a 4.
Yeah, I agree. You mean
Nia
one-on-one
Jax is the one that
between
turned on
Sasha Banks and
Alexa Bliss, and you would
No.
think Alexa Bliss would want revenge on Nia Jax.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she turned
She's
on her.
afraid.
So Alexa Bliss
She's afraid.
is technically the face in this feud.
Let's
She's
be honest. There was
afraid-
no. What was the
she's
point of
afraid
Sasha winning the
of
title at
wrestling.
SummerSlam?
Wait, so
She's afraid of the duckling that can't wrestle. The reason why, because of her, she's the reason why she got molested by that little kid. She held her too long, man.
that little kid is a fucking boss.
She's great.
So it's David versus Goliath, but David is the favorite.
Yeah.
How, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like why?
She's.
The
It's
whole-
David versus Goliath, but David is the favorite.
That's
the
not
whole
much
woman's
of a Goliath. I'd be able to.
Not this Goliath. David versus Goliath, but Goliath.
Let's
is
be
the
honest.
favorite.
Emma's in the
David
match.
doesn't make any sense.
Emma's in the match to eat the pit, to eat the fall. That's why she's there.
But at the same time, why the fuck is Goliath the
Yeah.
favorite to win the match? It should be David,
Yeah.
not Goliath. That's I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, well,
Why the fuck is Nia Jax treated as a babyface
because
when she was the one who turned on her best friend?
Yeah.
What happened with Batista and Randy Orton? Batista didn't turn face when he electric
Dropped
chair
him.
dropped Randy Orton. He stayed heel and Randy Orton turned face.
What's ended up?
But yet he attacked Triple H.
We have a Triple H was doing the heel tactics by trying to get him not.
I talk about the turnbuckle.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Anyway, let's.
But there was other factors. I'm just saying there was other factors at play.
So what? Let's do
Thumbs
Vince
in the-
tonight.
thumbs in the middle for me.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up because it's building up stuff.
It is building up
just
stuff, but if they just got rid of the stipulation, it would have made more sense.
You just want to be different. Oh, yeah.
I want to be
You know-
different.
you know
and
what they
James took
could've
a
done?
different seat.
Sasha, Alexa,
So overall,
Nia
with it,
in a triple threat match because Emma is completely useless and pointless because she was just feuding with Mickey James over who could tweet.
I never saw. By the way, I never saw Mickey James' tweet. By the way, where was it? So
James,
so
please.
Chris, you can. So James gave it a thumbs in the middle. We gave it a thumbs down. John gave it a thumbs up. Oh, whoa! What does it get?
Thumbs in the middle.
Yeah, John.
My positivity brought it up.
No, it's a thumb. Wait, you gave it a thumbs down?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's thumbs down in a quarter section.
Oh, so I'm sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
So that is the Braun Strowman.
There's 2 thumbs down, a thumbs up, and a thumbs in the middle.
But James, two thumbs down
There's
makes
2
a
thumbs
positive.
up. Because 2 thumbs up
Two
would
thumbs
mean
up means a thumbs down, which is a thumbs up and a thumbs down at the same time.
2
down.
thumbs.
A lot of thumbs
up, down,
A lot of
forward.
thumbing. We thumbs. What thumbing?
Thumbs up, down porn, guys. That's what we're talking about now.
A lot of thumbs going down.
I know it's KSI's diss track on Steam.
All right, so Braun Strowman interview.
Oh shit, here we
There
go.
it is. Doesn't say diss track on Steam. Nobody does.
ain't ready.
Wait, what's that?
Oh my god, that's funny as shit. I love KSI. Anyways, so Braun Strowman interview.
He says that he's going to destroy Big Show in the steel cage match that they randomly announced on Twitter.
Oh,
Doing,
the man.
I would have loved it for it to be a surprise.
yeah.
Like instead of them randomly announcing it a week or
By the way, wouldn't it make sense for them to announce all this stuff this upcoming Monday since football is back this Monday?
Right.
I'm just saying.
And according to someone who's going to be on the show soon, it doesn't matter what they do during football season because the rating's not going to be there. So they're not even going to try.
Who said this?
I'm looking right at you, Mrs. Coakley. With a tampon in her vagina.
But
Shots fired.
Then what? But Braun Strowman says
Flaky
that
Flakester herself.
he doesn't think it's fair that
Still
Brock
flake
Lesnar.
herself.
It doesn't think it's fair.
Still flake the
it
flaky
doesn't
flake
think
flake.
it's fair. We don't know its gender right now.
By the way,
Braun
we got something for you.
Braun Strowman said that he
You'll
doesn't-
probably see it because you're going to be here in like half hour.
At least we
Well,
hope so.
actually, no. He's coming at 3 o'clock, so an hour.
What the fuck? You coming at 3 o'clock?
He
Flake,
should-
flake,
he should
flake.
bother.
It's at 2:15. He was getting out of class.
It's okay. It's okay.
It doesn't
It's
take
okay,
until
it's
3
okay.
o'clock to get here.
Well, let's
So
do
Braun
it.
Strowman-
Let's
Taking
continue.
traffic
Let's
hours.
continue.
So Braun Strowman says he doesn't think it's fair that Brock Lesnar doesn't have to compete in a cage match, but he does. But he's going to use Big Show as an example against
He's
Brock
going to take an
Lesnar.
example out of it.
Yeah.
Let's
He's
do
going to
it.
take
He's
an
going to use him
example.
as
First
as a sex
off-
slave,
All the thumbs up in the world for everything.
including with them.
What's that?
With them.
Just
everything that they do has
amazing.
been thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's the spoiler for the main event for me. Thumbs up, and I'll give my reasoning for it later on.
Thumbs
And
in
I
the middle
love,
be different.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Fuck, they're being in the
John.
difference. They're being in the difference.
John, just join the crowd. You know it was a good match.
I'll get to that actually. Actually, really need to thumbs up.
Huh?
I'll get to it in a second.
All right. So now, my hypothetical comes into play.
Here we go. What is it?
So I'll read the match out first. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus the Good Brothers.
I hate that team name.
And I like it. The Good Brothers.
Who are the Good Brothers?
Gallows and Anderson.
That's their name now?
No, it's not. It's more of like a name they give each other.
Oh, I thought the commentators.
They are. They are.
It's
Just yes, they're the good
It's
brothers.
a nickname.
So Sheamus and Cesaro were out there arguing with Gallows and Anderson, and it doesn't really go anywhere at
Yeah.
first. But then Ambrose and Rollins come out. They have a match. They were having a pretty good match up until the finish. I hated
Yeah.
the finish. So Sheamus and
Weird.
Cesaro interfere, distract the ref, which cost Anderson and Gallows. So this made Anderson and Gallows look weak because they couldn't win a match even with outside interference. So I think Rollins one was like a roll up, and then afterwards Gallows and Anderson attack Sheamus and Cesaro. They just knock them out of the ring. They don't do anything else to them.
Randomly.
And then Sheamus and Cesaro beat them up, and I got the vibe that Sheamus and Cesaro were acting like the faces for beating them up with the way they were
Weird.
acting. But all
And I have no clue what is going on in this
Yeah.
feud.
No. Who does?
Well,
so
Anyway.
what's your hypothetical?
okay. So after No Mercy, Roman doesn't have a feud anymore.
Uh-huh.
The feud is done and over with Cena.
Yes.
It's only supposed to be one match. Done.
Yes.
He goes back and they form the Shield. Meanwhile, Gallows and Anderson and Finn Balor, that feud's going to be with Bray Wyatt. They get together. Sheamus and Cesaro get Bray Wyatt. Now that's all intertwined, and they have a lengthy feud. And it gives them all something to do.
I got
And you will get fantastic pay-per-view quality matches.
I have a good idea.
In not just like it would be like a 3-team feud. They have tag team matches, 3-man match, like 3-team matches. You could get like at least a half a year more out of that feud. And it would give them all something to do.
And it would be able to
And
showcase Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows as singles wrestlers.
It would bring back the Bullet Club. What people want to see is Gallows and Anderson with Finn Balor.
Yeah.
The question
They
is,
want to see what Roman, Seth, and Dean back together. I know Bray Wyatt's just a throw-in, but he's also a tie-in to the other competitors that are in that match.
but Chris, there's a problem with that. You're implying that Vince wants to give the fans what they want.
Yeah.
He's already doing 2/3 of that right now.
No, well, the way you're describing it is, it was.
So the Shield gonna be?
You're missing the other two guys.
So
I'm just saying.
Let's say it actually happens, right? This is what I do. I perfectly agree with you 100%. This is exactly what they should do, especially
Because
for
it's
Survivor
something to do.
Especially for Survivor Series.
That would be the big Survivor Series recently has been very lackluster. It's not getting treated like it's a big four.
Excluded last year.
Last year was good. They reinstated the team.
Because
The
I don't
Raw
think they're going to do the
What
plan
needs
versus
to
brand
happen,
match
though?
this year.
What needs to happen to add freshness to the feud, though? Gallows and Anderson have been heels for what feels like forever now.
And also too, they did tease it at the Battle Royal.
Finn Balor's been babyface forever, and so have Ambrose and Seth Rollins for what feels like forever now. And Roman, who's babyface, is just not fucking getting over. So I think what needs to happen is the Gallows and Anderson go babyface if they help out what's his face Finn Balor. And then what would happen is that's the face equation. Now the heel equation at this point, you have Roman go heel, Ambrose go heel, and Seth go heel. So
a flashback to the original incarnation.
Original incarnation Shield versus the fan favorite complete full package Bullet Club, the fan favorite type Bullet Club.
With the tweeners and Cesaro, Sheamus, and Bray Wyatt.
No, I'll tell you right now. If you're gonna do the tweener role,
that would be the only reason why.
I do something different. If you want to hear it, bring back the Wyatt family, but no Eric Rowan because it fucking sucks.
No,
because then Braun's feuding with Braun.
Not Braun. Luke, what's his name? Luke Harper. Luke Harper, Killian Dane.
He hasn't been on.
No, because you break up Sanity.
Yeah, you break up Sanity. Because Killian Dane.
But you're not on this.
Yeah, I am. It's just the notifications of it.
He's the big
notification.
He's more of. It's not that
the notifications are gonna show up.
But I think the issue is
how much do the notifications weigh, John?
He feels
how much is that?
He feels out of place in Sanity. Like it feels like he does fit it somewhat well, but he feels like a much bigger star than he can be than Sanity. So
without
Sanity is where his fit is right now.
True.
And without Killian Dane,
how much
like he's the muscle of Sanity.
Yeah, they wouldn't have any muscle. Not gonna just put
Sawyer
Fulton.
Otis Dozovich. Whatever his name.
They're gonna randomly put Sawyer Fulton back there.
Fucking Dozovich. He looks like he shits his pants every time he fucking comes out. I swear to God, dude.
If you think of it too,
what's the other guy? Lars Sullivan should just team up, and they should be called Shit Myself Inc. That's money right there. That's what their gimmick is. That's what they look like when they come out.
So overall,
with Lars Sullivan comes out with the angry Shit Myself face, while Dozovich just looks constipated all the fucking time.
So overall thoughts.
I like it. So the Bullet Club are going to be face. The Shield would be heels, right?
Whatever way you want to constitute it.
Because
if you don't go with the Wyatt family, I just get rid of it. I wouldn't even.
Because honestly, it gives everyone something to do in this feud, and you could extend it. You could have the 3 teams be at Survivor Series and make Survivor Series important.
Yeah, why not? Dude, you know what? Wyatt family, Shield, Bullet Club. I think that makes the most sense. Find Eric Braun. It makes sense. I like it.
I
like it. I like the idea.
You can tweak it as much as you want.
Hey, when you're a clown, no one takes you seriously.
I want to see if they're gonna do that. That should be a the first ever triple threat traditional Survivor Series.
It should have happened when it was
First ever.
It should have happened when it was Shield, Evolution, and Wyatt family, but
Because that would provide a lot of
One
different-
Johnny John.
That would be a
Johnny John.
revolutionary main event. That's one. I think what you co-main event that is what your idea. The 4 horsewoman MMA, 4 horsewoman.
it's not my idea.
It's not, but like
The potential of
I
it.
hate that.
I didn't say I like
As
that.
a novelty attraction, though,
It would draw.
it would draw ratings.
people
So
in.
you make that the co-main event. You're drawing ratings. You make the main event the Shield, the Wyatt family, Bullet Club. You're gonna get a lot of people watching.
Co-main events don't
You're gonna
exist.
get a lot of people watching.
Or as it's
Survivor.
constituted as it is.
Co-main events don't
The way I
exist.
have
There's
it.
only one main event, the
With
last match of
Wyatt
the show.
and
Yep. Co-main
the
events
bar.
don't exist.
Co-main events
I
don't
would do
exist.
the
Get that through your mind
I
right
mean,
now.
that's
I think
just
it
like
should be the Wyatt family.
if you buy how it is right now.
Yeah.
What is Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt doing right now?
Oh, nothing at all.
Exactly. So you put Finn back with his close friends. And you put Bray Wyatt in with Cesaro
I
and
think,
Sheamus because it makes sense.
Where's the
because
time?
that Finn Balor
I
Bray
have
Wyatt thing can still go on, but they each have backup now.
Yeah.
So it makes the feud a little bit more interesting.
You can
And then you add the intriguing possibility of the Shield in there, because let's face it, 89% of the people, let's say, or 90%, want to see the Shield come back.
Yeah.
I want to see Ambrose
It's-
turn heel more.
It's
than the
a
Shield.
lot. It's a big thing. to a
But
lot
then
of
you
people.
get
It's
the
very-
best of both
it's
worlds
more of
if
a
you do my
nostalgic
idea the
act.
way it's structured.
Well, I think about it like this: Ambrose turning heel gets rid of all Shield. Because technically, he takes away the Shield reunion because he's the only one that will be heel.
But the thing is, you could definitely do that later on. But I think as far as Dean Ambrose going heel with the rest of the Shield, you get the best of both worlds. Dean Ambrose is heel and the Shield are back together. So
And it's more.
and he gets to
more
cut
than just
promos
a
freely
nostalgic
without
act.
feeling like he's restricted.
Who,
It would
Roman?
Dean and Roman.
Deanie.
Both.
It would
Dean
also
and
give, you know,
Dean Douglas.
it would put Roman back in the situation where he was originally.
Yeah.
which was the muscle, which
Yeah.
made him the most over.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Until he started cutting promos.
the hot tag guy,
Yeah,
really.
that's what he needs. That's what he was at the beginning. Get him back to that.
Isn't that? I feel vindicated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. But at the same
You're not
time,
wrong.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
In that stable, he was the hot tag guy.
Yeah. Didn't speak at all.
Just like in every stable, there's a hot tag guy.
Yeah.
Batista, hot tag guy.
Jim Knight.
Jedi hot tag guy,
Big Cass.
Big Cass
Hot
hot
tag
tag
guy.
guy. You know,
Like they
it makes
all
sense.
had them.
I'd say Jason Jordan was the hot tag guy. That they like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because you know,
Hot
I
tag
go
guy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Hot tag guy.
But he's also a great single.
He's
person.
also too, yeah.
He was more of
But
a hot.
he's more of a hot tag guy in that team.
But I agree with you on that. I think if you do
You could
that
make
double main event is
you
a
could
cross.
No double main events. They don't
money
exist.
doing that.
You know what I mean?
It also would
Go
make
tell CM
Survivor
Punk double main
Series.
event.
Yeah, go tell CM fucking double main event. He'll block it. Let him.
It also makes Survivor Series feel again
Yeah.
like it's a big four pay-per-view.
Not even just that.
Because,
it would,
honestly,
it would be the most
they
innovative
try to hype
pay-per-view
up-
in history because for the first time you only have 4-on-4, which hasn't happened in years, and first ever triple threat Survivor Series match too.
And it
Really,
will give,
it would
it will
really
give a
work.
reason for Survivor Series to feel important again.
Actually, we have had a first ever triple threat 6-man eliminate. What was it called?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like as a traditional Survivor Series.
Also, each
situation.
member.
So
of the
like,
team.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
it'll be a
the
triple
team
threat tag
itself
team
doesn't
match.
get eliminated. Like
But
each
elimination
member of
does.
every team gets eliminated if you're pinned, submitted.
You don't. It's
so
not
on.
like one person gets pinned
Yeah.
and that team goes. Each member from each team has to get eliminated.
I think
So let's say, for instance, the Ambrose, the Shield gets eliminated. All three members have to get pinned.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
And the match isn't over yet because
Fine.
it has to go down to the final
Fine.
team.
Fine. I like.
That's
I
all
like
you
the
have to
idea.
say is just
Yeah, if it doesn't lead to the Shield being heel, me and John won't be watching though because Roman's still. Because why have what?
No,
why have
because
to
Roman
You protest though.
Roman I'm just saying. That's what I like about it because Roman would turn heel.
Roman would turn heel, Dean would turn heel. Some people
But
may
guess what?
think
It's still
Seth's
be
a
over.
scale, he turns heel.
It's like it'd still be over.
And
It
it's
doesn't
still
matter
be
what incarnation of the Shield it would be,
Like this,
they'd still get a pop.
Those two will still be over, and Roman will still.
Well, it's not even just that. If you do it the way I had it set up, like fuck the bar in the equation. Not that I don't think they're great. They are.
But they have to be in the equation for it to work.
Fuck the bar.
Then do the.
Because you have the feud that's going on
With Sheamus.
Sheamus and Cesaro,
Yeah, but
Dean and Seth,
Yeah.
and then now
Alright,
Gallows and Anderson.
you
in there.
want-
So
you want-
now you
I have a more
and
cross
Roman's not going to be
If you think
feuding
about
with
it.
anyone. You put him back with
You
his
want-
friends.
you
and
want the
put
bar in the
Finn
equation
back
to
in
hide
his
out
friends,
like this.
and then you put Bray Wyatt in with
Sheamus and Cesaro being in it
Cesaro.
makes sense because they brought Ambrose and Rollins together.
That's the whole point. Why they're in that.
I have an idea. If you want to hear
My
it.
feud is final. I'm not changing any of it.
Well,
He has an
I have
idea if
an
you want to
idea.
give it, I guess.
Let me say.
If it's the Wyatt family, I'm going to say
If
no.
you do, well, no, the Wyatt family in there, but include.
Wyatt family's not in there.
Let me say I include the bar. This is how you include the bar. The bar and Neville.
Look at all these fashion
So
shows.
fatal four-way. Kind of.
How would that make any sense?
The ball and who?
Neville's not feuding with any of them.
Never in the cruiserweights. He can't fight heavyweights. He's not
Fuck,
allowed.
I don't give a shit.
He's not
All
allowed.
three teams
I think
are intertwined
no,
right now.
You can, yes, I agree. I don't know. It's just.
All three teams are intertwined.
It's just.
Besides Roman, but
It just
makes sense.
It makes it weird because Sheamus and Cesaro and the Wyatt family kind of make it feel off. Like them as a team. You know what I
It
mean?
would be Sheamus and Cesaro and Bray Wyatt. Final. That is the final product.
Oh, well, I like the idea.
It's a good idea to have because right now, Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt are feuding, but it's nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. It's not for anything.
Nobody gets
No
it.
one
either.
cares. If you put
Well,
them,
hold on.
if you add
I do have an idea.
Bray Wyatt to the bar and then add Finn Balor to the Gallows and Anderson, it makes them feel more important.
I have an idea.
There's an idea.
I have another idea.
Now,
Now,
I've already
let's
tuned
say-
up this idea already.
No,
That's
I
my
know.
idea.
I like why let me negotiate. Let's say
We're not
the
negotiating.
bar are still the tag team champions, right? They go to Survivor Series, the tag team
We're not
champions.
negotiating.
Okay, I negotiated.
It's
Let me-
a final.
let me
This is
explain.
already been fun.
Let me explain. Now, this is what I do. You don't have to agree with it, but let's
I'm already
say
not agreeing with it.
Sheamus and Cesaro are the tag team
Okay, so
champions.
Big Show backstage now.
Fuck!
Alright, so Big Show talks about how.
Oh!
Big Show backstage.
Go pick that up.
Wait, hold on. When do we wait the?
Can't wait.
When do we wait that tag match? I don't think we waited it yet. I'll give it a
This
thumbs
touched my
down.
nuts.
Middle.
Okay.
Middle. It would have cleared the point. Okay, anyways.
Big Show
Big Show
talks.
cut a really good promo. I thought that
He
promo
talks about how Braun Strowman has taken the most out of him in
his
his
before
career.
before he even gets here.
Yep.
We're gonna be SmackDown. We're gonna do SmackDown and then it's gonna be over.
I don't even give a shit about talking about that 4 horsewomen matches. You know what? Here's my
You don't
thoughts on it. That's what. Oh, they can't see it, but fuck it. I don't want to see that.
Do you know what I think of that? It can go fuck itself.
Yeah.
Because I really could care less about it.
I care about it just as
I
a
don't
money
care about
prospect.
any of the 4 horsewomen. I don't care about Shayna Baszler, what the fuck her name is, or the other 2, or Ronda Rousey. I don't care. I'm not
Becky Lynch-
intrigued by it.
By the way, Becky Lynch.
I watch
has been on
both
TV,
sports,
so
so
Becky Lynch has been on TV.
Bailey's character's booked.
Charlotte's the only one who's relevant out of the 4.
Think about it. Bailey, the person
Bailey's hurt and irrelevant at this
Yeah.
moment. And Sasha Banks keeps losing the women's championship after she gets it.
No, imagine this, Chris. Imagine Bailey trying to go up against one of the 4 horsewomen of the UFC with her character that she has in the main roster.
Because what happened? She gets squashed in a minute.
She wouldn't be able to go extreme.
Well, who are the other 2? Who are the other 2? Ronda Rousey and the other.
Oh, who cares?
Ronda
We're
Rousey?
not getting it. We're not getting it.
We're
Not
not
happening.
So
No!
the B show promo.
No!
So
Big Show?
I want to say,
No.
amazing promo.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing.
I thought it was a really, really good promo.
You know,
by
he
Big
talks
Show.
about how Braun Strowman's taking the most out of his life and his career.
And if you think of it too, like that feud has kind of like reinvigorated the Big Show.
It really has.
Like
It
his
showed
matches
what he really
with Braun Strowman have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
It's because he's
I mean,
in such great
they
shape
did,
now.
They did the ring break. Okay, that's been done before, but
Braun
it
got
was-
up from it.
Yeah, exactly. Braun got up, but he looked extremely strong. He looked like he was better than the Big Show.
Yep.
And then they did the first match they had. What was really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was really good. Braun won power
This
slam
cage
again.
match
It took 2 power slams that time to beat him.
Yeah.
This cage match was fucking incredible.
And then the cage match itself.
Stab
The stuff that they, I mean, of course they reinforced the ring.
Double-
I would
no,
I would
they
have liked to
double.
see the ring break when he went for the suplex.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. And then have them have Braun climb out of the destroyed cage.
Yeah.
Like that would have been crazy.
But Chris, they didn't just reinforce the win. They double reinforced.
They double
the win,
reinforced him.
apparently.
Because Big Show's not 400 pounds anymore.
Yeah.
He's like
Booker
350.
T brought that up on commentary too. So.
He's a lot slimmer than he has been in years.
But overall, I thought this
He's
was.
got fucking muscles now.
He does get
It's
six
fucking
pack.
weird.
I thought this was a really good match. Because that's the next match, right? It's the
Yeah.
eighth match.
I already gave my prediction. I already gave you my thumbs up. Massive thumbs up.
Massive
I thought it was incredible.
They did the superplex spot again, and they made sure to remind you that the win wasn't going to break, even though it didn't
I mean,
break.
Big Show took a couple not
The elbow
nasty
drop,
bumps.
the elbow drop Big Show did.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
But the Big Show took a couple of bumps that I don't see him ever take. The crotch shot that he took.
And
Yeah.
it,
And then he fucking swipes Braun's legs out, and Braun does the crotch shot.
when Big Show knocks him out right in the beginning of the match, which pretty much you knew Big Show wasn't winning because he hit his finish right away.
I know,
so.
yeah. But it's really, really good storytelling.
Yeah.
It really is.
And then,
Like,
my favorite part, it only took one finisher for Braun Strowman to beat him. Isn't that great, John? One finisher.
Hey,
Not history.
Not history.
No.
First week, guys. First week.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Braun Strowman beat him with the one power slam. And then afterwards, he cut the promo saying that this is going to be Brock Lesnar's fate at No Mercy. And he
Yeah,
said
throw
that
him
it would be
Moves
one
him
of those-
through the fucking cage.
No, that's not what happened.
No.
As an act of cowardism, Big Show dives right through the cage, John.
yeah, what an act of cowardice.
What an act of cowardism that was. He just dove right through the cage to escape Braun Strowman. What an act of cowardism, huh, Chris?
put you at the pasture, old man. Throws him through the cage.
No,
Yeah.
Big Show dove through the cage as
He
an act of
threw
cowardism.
him through the cage. Oh my god.
What did you
And
see,
then,
John?
so he,
What?
Did Big Show get thrown, or did he dive through the cage as it happened?
I saw Big Show lightly going through the cage.
No, he got thrown through the cage.
it's the quickest way out of the cage.
No, seriously, he went like,
Big Show won the second cage match. Did you hear him ring the bell? I
Actually,
didn't hear him ring
the
bell.
pinfall doesn't actually count.
it's a
Big
skate.
Show escaped the cage to win.
No,
So-
but
Actually, no. His feet never hit the floor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
His feet
Neither
never-
did Braun actually, because they they fade to black. So technically, neither of them won the match.
yeah.
It ended in a draw.
And then,
And then in the draw. The
Oh,
pinfall doesn't count, guys.
Overall, I thought this was it. I thought Raw was a pretty good show. I probably will hurt it if the second hour sucked.
the first hour did.
I thought the second.
I thought the
Or
first
the
2
beginning
hours
of
were
the later
massive.
first hour. Yeah, it was
I
like
did.
half.
I like
half.
the first. I did like the first hour. The
Thumbs
second
in the middle.
One thing you didn't. I think one thing you forgot to mention was they had a backstage segment with Enzo Amore, Great Matalik, and Cedric Alexander.
What about you, John? Because I know you weren't a big fan of this match. No.
Well, I'm just gonna play the other side for a second. I did like this match. I would have liked it a little bit more if Braun kind of squashed him.
Really?
Well, we're building up Braun to face against the big monster, Brock, right?
Yeah.
And
So-
Brock destroyed Big Show.
And
once.
Brock destroys Big Show every single time. So if he's having struggle time against Big Show, who knows?
That I can
I
understand.
mean, I can see where you're
I'm
coming
just,
from, yeah.
I'm just offering a different point of view. I still like the match. I'm just offering.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
Fair
Like
enough.
it's still a fantastic that.
I thought he was gonna squash him by the
Yeah.
way the beginning was
Yep.
going down.
Yeah, I thought.
But
it was
I thought he was gonna like slam him through
Well,
the
at the
cage.
same time, though, Big
Like
Show
he-
did put up a fight against Brock in the rematch after the chip.
But also too, Big
So
Show
he
was
did put
going
up
up for
a
hip
fight,
surgery.
so you can also make the argument there.
That's the reason why he got slammed through the cage.
Yeah.
He's having hip surgery.
What, Big Show?
Yeah.
Shit,
He-
he doesn't look like he's
So I'll
done
give,
some- Dude, that dude moves around like he's 30 again. It's insane.
Actually, he was struggling on
But
Raw. You could see it.
I couldn't
so
really
Chris,
tell.
By the way he was positioning himself on the top rope, shouldn't take you fucking 5 minutes to do that.
But overall rated on Raw from like 1 to 10.
I'd say just because it's a 5.
I'd say it's a 5 based upon the fact that how great the main event was.
Yeah.
I say 7.5 because I like the first hour. So.
Actually, yeah, you know,
I
the
say
Jason
a
Jones
5.
John Cena match was pretty good too.
Yeah. So what is that overall? You give it a 7.5. You guys give it a...
Derek Carter jersey. I'm a Raiders fan. That's awesome. Can you guys keep it down?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. All right, we gotta be quiet. Why is there another class?
It's 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know they were doing a lecture. Okay.
So 7.5 out of 10.
7.5.
Yeah, I give it. Actually, I go 6.5.
So what's that overall like combined now? Like, John, the other math was, what would that be overall?
So 5, 5, 7.5.
Yeah. And then you have to include your rating.
I have to go with thumbs and off. That's our class. That's 15. 22.5 divided by 4. So your closest number that's 4. That's about a 5.5.
Okay.
So a 5.5 show overall.
Decent. Nothing
Decent.
crazy.
Nothing terrible.
Alright, so now on to SmackDown.
Stop. We're
Alright,
back.
we're sorry we got cut off, so we...
We're not sorry.
Are you ever sorry, Chris?
SmackDown
I'm never
review.
sorry.
We're gonna start the SmackDown review.
Alright, so now we're going to review
I'm
SmackDown.
gonna review Smack.
I'll just kind of pick up where I left off. SmackDown took place on September 5th, 2017, and we had the new old commentary team of Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton.
Yep.
Corey Graves did a very good job as SmackDown commentator, which I think everybody expected.
Of course, it's Corey Graves.
It's Corbett.
The show. So I'll just talk.
Corey PSAs.
So I'll just talk about these two segments all at
His
once,
penis
since they tie in together.
Yeah.
First, Randy Orton was backstage, and he cuts a promo.
Oh my god.
This is the one thing I didn't agree with. The awkward fucking porn scene they were doing with Orton and Nagamura.
Yep.
I didn't mind it. It was a way to build up to.
Kinshasa. RKO.
Oh, here's what I hated about Nakamura's
Mickey
promo.
James in there, and you're working out for absolutely swimming.
Here's what I hated about it. Nakamura was cutting a promo to begin with. He should never be cutting promos.
Really
no,
shouldn't.
yeah.
He needs a mouthpiece, I think.
He has
So how about he
Funaki should be his
How about he
mouthpiece.
doesn't talk? How about this? How about he doesn't talk at all? That's what got him over in NXT. I don't think he ever spoke in NXT.
He barely spoke.
Barely spoken NXT.
How about just give him a manager?
But Randy Orton cuts a promo talking about how
Funaki.
Nakamura got to.
Funaki.
He has a,
Shinsuke Nakamura.
He has
number
a-
one.
he has a mouthpiece. He wears it.
He does. So Randy Orton cuts a promo talking about how Nakamura got too comfortable in his win last week, so he had to strike because that's what Vipers do, man. That they strike.
I don't know if this is his ring. Just like Stephanie says that it's her arena.
Yeah.
And like Roman says, it's my yard.
And then Randy Orton
Why
says
is it?
that
It's not his yard.
Wait, so
It's
how
not, it's
do,
not her arena.
so
it's not
it's
his ring.
basically so WWE is just one big giant rental apartment.
Yeah, I guess.
So
Because
wait,
it's not Radio Orton's ring. He doesn't
So
own it.
are the
Stephanie doesn't own the building.
It makes sense.
And it's not Roman's yard because he doesn't own that. And he doesn't own that property.
Vince is the owner of the property, and then Stephanie kind of maintains it.
No, he's like the
Roman
owner of WWE.
maintains
He
the
doesn't
gardens
own the
because
building.
it's his yard.
It's his yard. He maintains the
He
yard.
maintains the gardens.
Yeah.
Where, it's Stephanie's house.
Stephanie it's her house.
And it's Roman.
So and then it's
This is her house.
And then it's Randy Orton's
win.
living spaces.
Yeah.
Living
Randy
quarters.
Orton's
Roman Reigns is young. Roman Reigns
Randy
he does
Orton's
the
is in
landscaping.
charge of
Roman Reigns
the
keeps it
living
together.
spaces.
Sorry, John.
So
you
and
got
then
custom landscaping
the
at
rest of the WWE
house.
superstars are tenants. So if the tenants don't pay their bills on time, Randy Orton just RKO's out of nowhere. We figured it out, guys.
Look at Rusev.
Yeah, he lost in 10 seconds.
Look at Ruru.
He no longer has a room. He's
He doesn't have a
homeless.
room, he's homeless.
Homeless Rusev.
Yeah,
That should be a
homeless.
gimmick.
It's a shame.
That should be a fucking gimmick.
A good friend of mine is telling me that he's really unhappy right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's not-
Juicev is down.
Not
But anyhow,
not him.
Anyway, continue.
Not him. It's the opposite.
so then
of
Randy Orton goes on to say
Johnson.
that he's going to defeat Shinsuke Nakamura tonight and finally get back his WWE title from Jinder Mahal.
Jinder. And
And then Shinsuke Nakamura talks about how he's
modern
the
day Maharaja.
sounds like he's stroking at his dick.
The modern day Mahalo.
But Shinsuke
Why is it? It sounds
So
like
Nakamura cut the promo, pretty much talks about how he's going to defeat Randy Orton and hit him with the Keem Sasha. So
The King Shasa?
The King Sasha.
King Sasha?
King Sasha.
King Sasha.
Keem Sasha.
The King Shasa!
That's the Keem Sasha. It's a Keemstar version of it.
Killer
that's what I thought the
King.
name of the move was. It's not.
Killer King Shasa! Let's get right! On the SmackDown.
Overall, I didn't mind
It's
these.
the Keen Shasa.
I like these two backstage segments because it was a nice way to build up to the Randy Orton Shinsuke Nakamura match.
I thought the promos were awkward. I
thought
give
the-
them thumbs down.
I thought the promos were extremely awkward. They look like porn sets.
It's so fucking weird. It's like they just.
honestly.
It's like Randy Orton. Like the only thing that would have made this gayer if Randy Orton had like that awkward ring boner that he always has.
Look at his dick.
It's not my fault.
Yes, it is your fault because you're
He's
looking
the
at it.
one that has the fucking erection. I'm not
Oh,
trying to
he's
stare at
ready
it.
to beat him in.
Hey, I did break up with man. Shut up.
Quiet.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's checking
Quiet.
out Randy's package.
Quiet.
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 Quiet. Quiet. Quiet. Quiet.
Okay, now we're getting too loud.
Okay.
Do you know? Look, no one ever listened to Chris Jericho
No.
because no one was ever quiet.
No,
Just like Hideo Itami wants respect.
yeah.
Give the man some respect. He deserves it.
Give him some
CM Punk
respect.
wanted respect, and
He got it.
yeah.
Kenta.
No, he
I
didn't.
am a very
I didn't.
respected individual.
I would say CM Punk didn't get respect actually because
I
we're
respect
very
from the
respected
fans,
individual.
not from
Hey,
not from the
Guys.
idiots.
Kenta. Kenta.
That's right. That's
It's,
all.
it's all in caps, so you guys can
Kenta.
know that.
Kenta.
Kenta.
I want to see Kenta versus Penta.
So then we had
Kenta
the
L0.
Give this segment a thumbs down because it started out awkwardly. I thought my TV was frozen because Randy Orton was just standing there for like
Staring
30
at him.
seconds, staring into my soul.
Holy fuck, I'm
were you
finding
scared?
an
Were you
Asian.
scared? Anybody was staring into your soul, John?
I guess Randy Orton's really into Asians.
But then
He's got Asian fetish.
Does that
So
mean
overall, I
does that
think-
mean he'll
Carl
tag team with
Anderson's hot
Shinsuke
Asian
on
woman.
Asuka?
so I'm the only one that gave it the. I'm the only one that gave it a thumbs up. You guys gave it. So overall, the segment gets a thumbs down because
Fucking thumbs down in a big way.
Yeah.
What a
Well, no,
weird-
thumbs in the middle.
what a
The
weird
beginning was okay,
porn
and then
vibe
the
it gave
segment was the thumbs down.
Yeah.
So thumbs
Just
in the
Randy
middle.
Orton just like stupid like shoulder things that he does.
and he always crosses his arms too. Like he's all cool.
It's like
It's like the practice step pose.
It's like
It's
one
You
guy.
know, it's like this. Ready? Yeah, I was picturing him like before the camera go. I'm like,
it's like when you like when people like
I'll go
cross
this.
their arms in commercials like on
They'll
the
just
bottom,
casual,
like
like-
Fox. You know, Fox has like the
Yeah.
pictures and whatnot. It's like this,
ah,
like they're
smells
standing like
so
back to
Yeah.
back,
terrible.
like
Like,
crossing arms buddies from Family Guy, like that thing.
Ready?
So,
Ready?
What smells like ass?
So John, do you think like Roman Reigns? We used to joke how he practices promos in the mirror. Do you think Randy Orton practices poses
I'll
in the
do it.
mirror?
Ready? Ready? No.
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 Retard.
No.
Retard.
That's not how I.
Resident.
That's not how I pose on the ropes.
Yeah,
No.
Resident.
Retard style.
Wow, James.
James is letting loose.
Yes.
All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to the.
Someone come and get the gay police because James is in here now.
So let's move on.
James loves dicks. Hey.
So let's move on to the.
Shut up. No, that is not going to be a chant here.
Hey, take this sign Calvin out to your extension. Hey.
What? Yeah.
I don't understand what you mean.
Other.
Anyway, continue.
Hey, I actually like that.
So let's get on to the first segment. We were supposed to have a match. It was supposed to be Carmella with James Ellsworth ringside versus Natalia.
Kimura.
But
Kimura.
Lock.
James Ellsworth.
It's the Asian version. It's Kimura.
James Ellsworth. But instead, Kevin Owens interrupts it, and he tries to make himself the guest referee for the
Because he
match.
wants to get a view of Carmella and her beautiful
Yeah.
sexiness.
But then Shane McMahon comes out, and he's not going to let it happen this time. He doesn't want a repeat of what happened the previous week. So he comes out, and
I am a turtle.
no, that's
No, we actually
James Ellsworth.
I see James has the soul patch and he's got the right hair.
Yeah.
He does.
I don't need the.
I tried to act gangsta, but I'm a glorified chopper.
Wow, someone hates James.
This is my woman.
James, you're being too loud now. James. Take it down, James.
Can't take that much.
We move.
Oh shit. That was all over.
We have a bad habit.
Alright.
God.
Alright, I got something here about Moro's return and why he left in the first place. It wasn't because of JBL, actually.
Go.
Do you want to
JBL
read it?
indicated in the latest issue of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that ultimately it was not John Layfield's actions that caused Mauro Ranallo to leave WWE this year, but rather the culture that has been headed by Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Oh.
The belief is that JBL's part was the final straw for Mauro. However, it's worth mentioning that some of the remarks that made Mauro upset were actually fed to JBL during the broadcast and not entirely his doing. Regarding Moro's terms during time in the company, he will work with Michael Cole and Triple H instead of having to deal with Vince McMahon.
Hey, who called that one?
You did call that one. I didn't believe that for a second. That is shocking.
So
I
what-
threw that out there as like
A
a
long time ago, too.
yeah, like in March.
Here's
Right
the
when it
thing-
first happened, too.
Here's the thing I am gonna say though. JBL is good friends with Vince, so he easily could have said no.
I mean, that's why.
He easily could have
That's
said no. So
probably
it's
why
still
Moro
is
was
doing.
doing NXT, because it's run exclusively by Triple H.
Yeah. So it's,
And he has a good working relationship with both Michael Cole and Triple H.
yeah. So honestly,
That is crazy.
Yeah.
to think about honestly too, I gotta be real.
Do you love
so
being Mike
let's
John?
think about this for a minute, because it's not just Morrow
He
who
was the
does
clown.
NXT too. Jim Ross now too, on occasion.
Yeah.
Both of which have
Also, that's
bad
also-
relationships with Vince McMahon.
It's been
Also, too,
Jesus.
that's big ups to Michael Cole too. It seems like he's kind of like moving more into a backstage role too. If he's listening to,
Yeah.
if Moro's listening to him, I mean, he's going straight
So
for
it
him
is.
and Triple
So,
H. It
but
seems
I
like
wasn't wrong.
It seems like kind of like
JBL
Michael Cole
was
is
the
like Triple H is
indicator,
like
but
Kevin
Vince
Dillon
was
in a way.
doing-
He's like a more intelligent version of
Obviously,
Kevin
yeah.
Dillon.
Again, JBL
But
could have
if
said
you
no.
think
So
of
no
it,
7
if
towards
you think
him.
of it,
Bye,
Michael
buddy.
Cole is like
Bye.
Triple H's like right hand man now. If you think of it, because he's kind of like what Kevin Dunn is.
So two
to
things
Vince
happened
McMahon.
then. Two things happened then. Either JBL left because
He wanted to leave.
well, no, there's
No,
more
he-
factors than the reason he left, because you don't just
No,
leave
no,
and all of a sudden
no,
take
it's
over product.
for personal reasons.
It could be.
He
I think the other
he's
personal
having- no,
reason
he's-
is because he feels like shit for
No, he
doing that.
doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, it wasn't through him, so I guess all the
It's
bad
either-
rap by JBL.
It's either
kind of
he
left
didn't.
bad publicity on him was kind of unwarranted at the same time.
Yep.
I mean, it's you were
I
right.
don't
you
think
were right,
so.
100%. My statements were wrong. Yours were right.
No,
I firmly like.
I think it's in
You
between.
know.
I don't think the statements about JBL were wrong at all. I still think he's a dickbag.
It's-
I
He is
always
a
will
dick.
think
He is
he's
a dick, but I don't
He's always
think
had
he was being forced to say those lines.
Okay, ready?
He also wasn't being forced to say the lines he was forced to. He could have easily said no to
But also,
say
he'd
that.
also be back to Aruba. He wouldn't have a job.
Well, I doubt that.
No,
It's
he
Vince,
wouldn't have.
Vince,
Vince jumps, you jump. If Vince says jump, you jump. If Vince says jump off a bridge, you jump off a bridge. You'd listen to what he says on that company.
Yep.
He
Ready?
has too much stake in that company.
Okay, you guys might know this from Family Guy. I had this made 20 years ago. John was right.
yeah. All right. Well,
Hey, where's the clown?
And also, too, he's
right,
going
before.
back to Aruba because he's working with at-risk children.
Yeah, if you want to share.
He's massively into at-risk children in Aruba. That's the main reason why he left. Although he will be coming back for WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Tribute to the Troops, like all the big shows.
Yeah.
He'll be there on them,
Yeah.
but
As he
not
started to
as a full-time
announce.
announcer, but more as like an ambassador to the company. He actually, funny story about that is he actually put in his notice last year.
Yeah,
fall.
I did hear that. Yeah.
Last fall he did, but he stayed on until because his contract was expiring next month anyways, and he wasn't going to resign.
So that's it. Well, I mean, me and John kind of already assumed that John was more vocal about it.
Oh no! I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't believe that for a second. I thought that was like
I was
I
on the
thought
fence.
it was.
I was
I
on the
thought it was
fence.
a handful. I still think it's a handful of both of them. honestly.
I don't.
JBL still doesn't feel bad that he's just as much of a dick.
No, he does. He came out and apologized.
Does he actually?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough then.
Yeah, he's an asshole. He usually people like shit backstage. It's obvious.
Yeah.
He's a dick. Look at him. He looks like a fucking huge dick.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what happened?
Looks like he's
all of that, you know, negative publicity he got for that whole thing, it's unwarranted now because it turns out he had no part. He was
hopefully it straightens his ass out now. Hopefully it straightens his ass out now. That's what I hope happens.
Because this right here,
maybe
that's
not this situation. Fine, leave the situation out of it. But every other situation JBL's done.
Honestly, that's huge news.
Hopefully
right
this
He's
is
finally was allowed to put it up because JBL's no longer in the picture
JBL
anymore.
apology.
I don't know JBL.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I'll this is as much as I'll apologize for. I'll apologize for
Completely
blaming him for the Morrow situation. Everything else, still stand by. Still think he was a massive bully for fucking years.
He
and
was.
hopefully
He
hopefully this thing that he actually didn't do now is a fucking wake up call for him.
And
That's what I think.
More like
I
the
would
boss
hope
telling
that.
you to do something and you do it.
Yeah.
What's your fire?
And you'll be fired.
There's no denying that Vince is a tyrant.
Yep.
Obviously, he's had a stronghold of the wrestling world forever.
Yeah.
And yet he's a fucking
At least for the past 15 years since WCW.
Anyway, let's continue.
Even like
we're way off topic. What was that?
No, we need.
But that was also like kind of breaking news too.
Yeah,
at the same time.
we needed to cover that. But yeah, overall, that's
that gave more time for Steve to show up.
Just be in like 10 minutes.
Yes.
But yeah, that's good to know. So that does explain a lot, though, because I was always wondering why Jim Ross hasn't commentated except WrestleMania. Now we know, I think.
That makes sense.
Because they're both working through Triple H and Michael Cole. Because to show you the power struggle in WWE.
He
People don't want to go through.
And the funny thing is, it also came out too, like that whole storyline between Cole and JR, like they never hated each other. The whole thing was bullshit. And everybody thought it was real.
Everyone thought it was real because Michael took JR's spot. Cole took JR's spot.
Yeah, he did.
And they drummed up this whole thing.
I think he should have, by the way. I'm not saying he didn't.
No, Michael Cole was,
I think he's one of the best now. When he was younger, he was the best, and he can show that he can be when he's not fenced.
Obviously, he's got big push behind the scenes too.
Well, Michael Cole can be really good when he doesn't have Vince. Like we said, when he doesn't have Vince in his ear. When
watch UK tournament, for example.
He's working under Triple H.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say what the fucking price is again? I'll tell you when the price is again. Go silent for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah.
Like that was like kind of like whoa, like you know who's running it there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see the fucking price again. I gotta see that.
Like, because that, you know that was forced on them.
Yep.
The price.
How do you download an app?
Yeah. you believe me, fucking 4-year-olds know how to download apps.
Vince I'm sorry, he's lost his touch. I've said this for years, but it's more evident than ever now. It's more evident than ever now.
Yeah.
Like, the dude can't understand that. Don't put advertisements on something they're already on. Like, let's put an advertisement for the WWE Network, even though they're on the fucking WWE Network.
Wait a minute, that pisses me off more than anything. You know, they're giving up.
It's $9.99. No shit,
they're giving up free months every single month now.
Except for my case.
Even though I'm paying $9.99 for it, I've been paying $10 for it for the past 2 years.
Hey, let's shove it down your
And
throat.
you want it,
Chris, by the way, did you know it's $9.99?
Every single live pay-per-view, I have to be informed that it's a free month, and after your free month, it's $9.99. Guess what? I already paid $9.99 for it. So you don't need to tell me every single time to pay $9.99 when I've already paid $9.99 for it.
By the way, Chris, don't forget it's $9.99. Make sure you pay for it.
I gotta pay for it?
It's a great streaming service. It's $9.99, Chris.
Oh,
it's only $9.99.
I couldn't tell.
Hey, John, do you know it's $9.99?
No, not for him.
Not for you. Not for you and me.
Yeah.
It's free for us, but do you know it's
not free for me? Actually, it's not free for my
dad.
My dad's paying for it.
So I'm the only one that's paying for it, I guess.
Do you know? Do you know it's $9.99?
Oh, of course, I'm the only one. I guess that's paying for it, I guess.
But do you know it's $9.99? I mean,
technically,
let me just remind you again. By the way, it's $9.99.
Technically, it's not. I know it's like $11.99 because of taxes or something.
Oh yeah, $11.99 because of taxes, but the way they make it priced, it's $9.99.
Here's what I say.
Plus you get a
Vince
free-
lost his touch.
You get a free month
But-
every single month. You can keep on making up
But what?
emails.
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman indeed. But by the way, you can see Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar on the WWE Network for $9.99.
Remember at the beginning how they had the
Oh my
papers
god!
and they just kept on holding the papers up
Yeah.
every 20
They
minutes?
started a fucking chant. A chant. Why are we chanting the fucking price tag on a goddamn wrestling match?
By the way, did you know that the WWE headquarters building, 999 is black?
Oh my god.
It's right under the WWE flag.
Oh
Is.
my god! I'm done. Yep.
Alright, so
Could you
now,
imagine? I
We
feel.
just bought Steve another 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, let's go.
what
Let's
culture
move
is
on.
this?
Now we can
Let's
actually
finish
move
the show
on.
and then without all you just
Yeah,
Let's go for-
what culture just posted about it too. So this is like new, like
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Move right now, breaking news now. No,
So let's,
no, no, no. It's totally no.
Anyway, it's such a show that we actually like.
Yeah, I know. So we were supposed to have a match with
Carmella.
With
we
James
already
Gunn
covered
with
this.
this,
We already covered this.
I know, it was just kind of reiterated since we got so off
Thumbs in the
topic.
middle, didn't care.
Well, no, then KO comes out.
Oh, that, yeah.
Thumbs
Thumbs in the middle, slightly up now, because KO.
Because K.
95%.
Give me
Tries-
this. I want this.
He tries to make himself the referee for the match. Then Shane McMahon comes out.
We
That
take
was
that
so bad.
Huh?
Give me the shirt.
Dude, the shirt.
You ain't taking my shirt. Give me the shirt back. No way. No. You take my shirt. You're an instigator. You're a jackass. Give me the shirt.
I love it. I absolutely
Shane
love it.
McMahon comes out and says that he's not going to make himself guest referee like he did last week. And Kevin Owens talks about how
Someone tell Steve, by the way.
It's in the chat.
Alright, cool.
Don't know if you've seen the game.
Kevin Owens says that Shane McMahon never wanted him on SmackDown anyways, and he didn't want to be on SmackDown.
That stupid match.
On Raw a year ago.
Sasha Banks, Ronda Rousey, she'll never be on my level. Please. Don't fucking kill me.
What?
Fucking hate that.
Well,
This
there's
stupid feud. The Four Horsemen versus the Four Horsemen. First of all, the MMA group is not the Four Horsemen because only one of them wrestle.
Yeah.
So, they're not the Four Horsemen.
I feel like they're going to have to now. They've already been building it up now.
Guess what?
I mean, two of them kind of technically are.
Well, guess what? I'm not going to
Because
watch
Ronda Rousey
So-
is
what are you
training.
going to turn it off?
So the
it.
two out of four
I will do
are.
something else until that match is over.
Hey, it's a Ronda Rousey protest from Chris.
It is Ronda
Yeah.
Rousey protest. I think she's awful. So, I think she's going to be a terrible wrestler.
I think Shayna Baszler is fucking nuts in the ring, though. She's really
Like, another
not
one's
that
massively overrated.
I don't think she's
The whole fucking group is
ring
massively
wise. She's not overrated.
She's
I think she's
massively
very
overrated. Along
She's
with
a
that
very
stupid
good
group.
wrestler. I'll
Yeah,
put it that
I
way.
agree with James on that. But anyhow, let's get back to SmackDown.
Stupid group
Smack
is
it
massively
down. Smack it
overrated.
down. On your
so,
candy asses.
Smacking some downs.
On your candy asses.
Smacking some down.
So then
I just wish Simon Miller would take over
Why?
up and down too also.
forever.
Here's
Forever.
why.
I hate Jack the Jobber.
Yeah. But anyhow, I was so happy those 2 weeks he took over.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Um,
These are stupid facts too, Jack. Oh, kills it for me.
Yeah. So then Shane McMahon's like, yeah, I bet you were happy that you won Raw because you got the Universal Championship handed to you, and you don't get that stuff handed to you here on SmackDown.
You know
You
why?
have to earn your opportunities.
Heels.
Yep.
That's why heels get handed everything.
So then,
it's their gimmick.
He did get handed it though, and legitimately.
Yeah.
So
then Kevin Owens says
Even
that
fake being surprised.
Kevin Owens is also in the right.
yeah,
Shane McMahon literally threw Baron Corbin out. Shane McMahon put on the shirt.
yeah.
And
Kevin
Kevin
Owens
Again.
brought it up too. He said
Again.
that Corbin didn't quit until Shane McMahon came out too.
Again, Shane McMahon featuring Kevin Owens and AJ Styles.
Well, he's not in an interview with AJ. It's just Kevin Owens versus.
That was the match. That was that special guest referee match.
Yeah.
Again, introduced himself in that match, and again became a main player in that match.
I'm glad though. I will say I don't. We'll get to the AJ Styles because I like. what
Steve,
he's
you get
doing.
4 minutes to walk into this
Like
fucking
what he's
classroom.
Yeah.
You get 4 minutes.
if
So
not,
then,
we're into the show.
So then Kevin Owens starts talking down Shane McMahon, talking about how he was never wanted in the McMahon family. He says that he talks about though how he had to bring his kids out to for his entrance, and then he's like, "Don't mention my family."
Pretty good.
Don't mention my family.
And then there's more to
A little
this.
foreshadowing.
My family.
So then
He is a good heel. He is a good heel in the fact that he's being massively hypocritical on purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about Owens. He's trying to get you to hate him and to notice that.
Yeah.
I'll
So
I'll
then
bring
he
up something
says,
later on about
huh?
that thing that happened later on in the show with Shane.
Yeah. So
Because
then
I'm going to bring up a hypocritical situation.
So then Kevin Owens continuously puts down Shane, talks about how his family would have been better off if he didn't survive the helicopter crash. And what doesn't set him off is saying that his wife, once he says his kids,
Yep.
he takes down Kevin Owens.
You mentioned someone's kids. Be
Yeah.
ready for a fight.
So
I
he
know.
Literally.
Wait.
Ask.
Wait. So when Kevin Owens mentions some of McMahon's kids, it's okay. It's a heel. But when Seth Rollins does it, it's face.
Yeah.
So
It's supposed to happen.
nothing.
So then
He's not
Shane,
supposed to threaten kids.
so Shane
There's no
McMahon,
consistency. at all.
The kid slayer.
Oh my god.
oh John, you're going to hell.
Someone should make that a t-shirt. The kids like.
Just have kids too, like with like the circle and the X on it.
Burn it down. Or at the end of the entrance ramp, have like kids there. So when the fire's going down, it goes over the kids.
And they fall down. They all fall.
And then
It just shows kids being on fire.
the most anticlimactic scene ever is when Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton come out, look at each other dead in the eye, and Kurt Angle's in the middle of there just staring with an angry face, holding his boot.
Yep.
A boot.
Why did you burn kids?
Because it's burn it down. Okay.
So then Shane McMahon tackles Kevin Owens over the announce table. He fails at it the first time.
And he fails getting out of the ring.
He almost falls over.
He almost fell on his fucking face.
But then he beats the crap out of Kevin
Maybe
Owens.
Shane McMahon is clumsy now at his
Well, he's
late
fucking
age.
advanced age. I mean, he's been hit the head a lot of times.
Yeah. So then
He's getting up there.
So then backstage personnel come out, they break it up. Daniel Bryan comes out, he's like, Shane,
Oh.
stop it.
I love that.
So then they finally get Shane off. Shane realizes he messed up, that he lost his control. And
his kids.
then later
What
on-
do you expect him to do?
then later on in the night,
No, like, this is the funniest part of it all. When Shane's walking away, Brian, standing there, staring at him.
yeah,
As he's walking away, no facial expression, just staring at him. Just for like 3 minutes straight.
you know what I liked
Just
about
staring
this?
at him.
You know
I
what
was
I liked
like,
about this even
he
more?
looks
Yeah, no, Daniel Bryan's just like looking like, let me phone this in.
He's staring at him like he wants that ass.
Yeah.
That's,
You know what I like
that's
about
he's
this even
staring
more
at him
though?
like.
Give me
This was
that
the first-
ass.
I-
He's staring at him
I
like
know
he
this
wants
is
to
a-
rape him.
He was a goat. They called him Goatface, right?
Yeah.
Give me that ass. Give me that
It
ass.
looks like he's gonna rape Shane with that fucking the rape face on.
Let me ram you in your
This is a little bit
ass.
of spoiler, but this was the first time on the show Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan actually didn't agree with each
Yeah.
other.
Shark Boy likes to kick
Because it
him
makes
out
it so
of
awkward that
ass.
it makes it so awkward that they're always on the same side with each other.
It's the awkward face-face dynamic.
That's stupid.
But
Except for Daniel Bryan acted more like a heel in that
Daniel
sense.
Bryan's
But then
acting
next,
more
Kevin Owens is backstage being helped by referees and
Daniel
stuff.
Bryan, no. Daniel Bryan didn't act like anything other than fucking what's his name?
It's 3 o'clock.
Goldberg from the UFC after he's just touching Mike whatever his name is ass. What's his name? Joe Rogan's ass. Have you ever seen the interviews when they go? I swear to God, watch the interviews between Goldberg and Joe Rogan. It's fucking weird because every time they talk about the next upcoming fight, it looks like Goldberg has these like rape-like eyes. He's just staring a hole through Rogan like, oh yeah, give me the ass, and like you just see his arm just awkwardly moving, which probably isn't his hand going on his ass or whatever, but it looks like that.
Oh God.
It's bad.
Let's go for that segment.
And then the next segment is Kevin Owens is being helped to the back And Daniel Bryan comes up and apologizes to Kevin Owens, and pretty much Kevin Owens says that he's going to make WWE the Kevin Owens show because he's going to sue the whole WWE.
Do the monkey now. Come on.
And he's going to bring down the whole company, pretty much. I thought that was a very good promo by Kevin Owens, and I enjoyed that. So then, overall, now we're going to give overall thoughts in the segment. What do you think, Chris? Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Unanimous thumbs
It
up.
leads to something even bigger.
Yep.
That's what I love about it. And then
actually
later on,
meant
too,
something.
also, that second part to that leads to something even
Yeah.
more massive.
So then we finally get the Carmella and Natalya match. I just want to mention, great way to build up your Money in the Bank contract holder. She didn't get an entrance. She got the jobber entrance twice. Not once.
Not once, but
Twice.
twice. They didn't even play her music at all.
This
No.
the Money in the Bank pay-per-view means fuck all.
Yeah, because technically no one won the
Fuck
Money in the Bank.
all.
You know, here's what I'm happy about. There is equality between men and women because the men Money in the Bank contract holders don't get utilized well either, so the women don't get utilized well either. There's great equality right there, right? Fantastic. Fantastic.
What time was that, Jeff?
3:02.
Where's
All right,
Steven?
Steve.
Steve,
Bye-bye.
you're 2 minutes late. I should.
Where's Steven?
When he comes
He
on.
said 3 o'clock. We even delayed time by 5 minutes.
Oh well. Oh well. Anyway.
So we had the match. Pretty
I
okay
knew
match.
Flaker wouldn't be here.
James Ellsworth gets up on the apron and he with the Money in the Bank contract and he drops it. And the referee, for some odd reason, the referee
dropping the ball.
Yeah.
That's
So-
literally what he did.
For some reason, the referee takes this like Carmella wanted to cash
I
in
know,
the
yeah.
contract. So
I'm
she's
pretty sure Carmella has to hand the briefcase in. Not James. James Ellsworth
But-
isn't going for the women's championship.
But well, technically James Ellsworth won the Money in the Bank ladder match. That Money in the
Almost
Bank.
twice. He
Yeah.
won it the first time.
So the referee.
He's been transferred to the women's division.
So the referee's like,
Where
do you
he
want
should
to?
be.
So the referee's like, so the referee asks Carmella, do you want to cash in? And she's like, no,
He's
no,
gender
no.
neutral, bro. He's gender neutral.
His name is
He's
gonna
gender
be,
neutral.
It's going to be Jamie.
He's
Jamie's.
Jamie James Ellsworth.
Yeah. So the referee.
He's gender neutral.
He's gender
Chris.
neutral again.
He goes by them they.
Him, her.
Them they Ellsworth.
So yeah, the referee asked Carmella if she wants to cash in. She's like, no, I don't want to cash in. So then she puts the contract out of the ring. Natalya rolls her up and gets the win. Obviously made sense in it, but Natalya wins, so she has a SmackDown Women's Title match. Well, defense coming next week, but
Yeah.
I don't really think it matters because I don't think Natalya looked very strong winning this match at all.
No. And
Which
then
is
after the
a
match,
damn shame.
Yeah.
Because she
They
should
broke
be
up.
lost.
If you think about it too, Natalya really should have just been able to squash Carmella.
Oh, yeah.
She's such
Yeah.
a better wrestler.
She's
they broke up.
Oh,
Not
I got
really.
that
So I don't,
code
so I
of
don't need to
silence.
go into detail now.
They broke up.
Okay.
By
No.
the way, who
But
the
they didn't
fuck-
really.
What? Whose bright
She
idea was
slapped the shit out of him after making out with him. Okay, so that's it. That's that point too.
it? You know what I find fucking stupid? Whose idea was it to give the code of silence a really cool sounding name to a Jersey Shore wannabe? Whose idea was that?
I don't know.
No. Why are you pointing at John? Whose idea? How would it be John's idea? Point.
I want it.
Fuck you, board.
It's the Windows idea.
It was the.
Should I try to dive through
was
the
the
window
tree
and
trunks
act
idea.
Taoism?
It was actually Kevin Dunn's idea.
No, John gets the Kevin Dunn impression now.
Oh, he does.
He does it better.
It's
Damn, that's
separate
better
fucking
than mine.
thing. It's him.
Simply suck a tit.
He gets the Kevin Dunn impression now.
The Kevin
Wow.
Dunn marketing
Yeah, never mind.
impression.
You get the crown. Now, not only
That's-
the king,
that's
you're the
Kevin Mark
king.
Dunn
You're the
Davis.
king of the Massasoit Wrestling, or the Aftershock Corner now. You're the king of the Aftershock Corner now.
Yep.
The king of that ass, and now you're the king of the Kevin Dunn impression.
I don't know if that last one I want to keep.
The king
Well,
of Kevin
James,
Dunn's
you're
ass.
the kid of the James Ellsworth impression at least.
Yeah, you took James Ellsworth.
No, you gotta take the hat off, but then you gotta get the. You gotta...
My name is what? My name is who? My name is Jamie Ellsworth.
So, Steve just saw the message of what room we're in.
Finally looked at it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so he must be.
Serious.
So yeah, like they said, they
It's 3:06.
He'll be here. He'll be here. Just go.
so they broke up. I mean, you pretty much just summed it up.
They
so.
broke up. They made out. And then he got slapped in the face.
And this all happens like
I
throughout
think
the
this
show.
is harmless, except for if you're James Ellsworth. I think this is harmless.
I think with James Ellsworth, you really enjoy yourself because Carmella's pretty hot and you fucking got to make out with her.
But
so.
he just looks so violent.
We're gonna do it my way,
Thumbs in
he
the middle.
says. I only wonder what that could mean.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be
But guess
there.
what the funny thing is? He just looks so. He
the-
looks like he was just so violent, though.
He
Like,
The back.
The back. You want to go to the Quahog back?
The back.
The back.
The back.
Let's
So
go
then,
to the back.
everyone can get all the laps out now because we have the next segment that's absolutely terrible. And I think everyone. I'm gonna let John talk about it. Put him through that.
I don't know what
misery.
this segment is.
Dolph Ziggler's new gimmick.
Oh my God!
This
No,
sucks.
you know what? It
This
sucked.
thumbs down.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
it
know what
was
this
so
is.
funny.
Oh,
no,
what is that?
it sucked.
Two
It did
thumbs down.
suck. But it was so fucking funny that I had to give it a thumbs up. It was
No, it wasn't funny at all. It was stupid.
No,
it
it
was a
was
waste of Dolph
funny to me.
Ziggler.
It was
You-
that bad.
Let John
It was
talk
funny.
about the segment.
Go.
Dolph Ziggler came out as his normal self and said, "You people don't appreciate my talent."
They don't.
I think he was talking directly to me.
Yeah. And
On
me.
that
And
one.
me.
To the crowd's dismay,
what
they
culture?
went
So think
silent.
about it.
And
John.
What Culture too. Don't forget What Culture. Who
They,
originally called him out first.
They also, the crowd went mild.
Yeah.
The crowd went mild.
No, John, you know what the funny thing
No
is?
wonder
So
why
in a
this guy
sense,
can't
it's
get
our
over, 'cause
fault
the crowd
for
doesn't
saying
Mild
that, I
like
guess.
sauce.
I can't.
Because YouTube poops with WWE.
I can't even because it's
sauce.
Enzo
Alright,
Warrior
move on.
related.
So
John.
wuss.
Let's let John talk about the segment.
So
Sauce.
he was basically talking to me, Owen, WorldCulture.com,
Yeah.
the
So-
Wrestling Observer.
So if you think about it, is it our fault that this segment took place then?
No.
And it's
I found
also
it
308.
enjoyable.
Backstage,
My bad.
I thought it was so bad it was entertaining.
backstage segment.
Well, we have a not late arriving guest.
Was he here?
Well, he's 8 minutes past the time he's supposed to be here.
Alright, just
Maybe
go.
he hit traffic.
Just who cares? Anyway,
It's
continue.
like
I will
like
stare.
Wyatt at,
I will
Payback,
stare
maybe.
at this clock until he walks in.
Okay.
That
So let John talk
Continue.
about. Let's let John talk about the segment.
Go.
So he says, I will come out with a gimmick. It comes out as John Cena, the Macho Man, and Naomi. Ed said, screw this, I'm going home. He did. He pulled Eric
And he
Cartman. He sold the gimmick of Eric Cartman and said, screw this, I'm going home.
Is that the new gimmick then?
I guess so.
He
And
just
then he went backstage, and which we say, this segment in round 2, nothing.
we were promised a new gimmick and it didn't happen.
The gimmick is that it's not even a new gimmick. He's a copycat of a copycat.
No, actually, the
Who was
actual,
copycat?
the actual gimmick, believe it or not, is he's a complainer. That's the actual gimmick that he has right now.
So his entire career.
Yeah.
So basically his Twitter account.
His Twitter account, yes, but not his whole career. He's not really like.
But guess what? He gets one.
I couldn't help. I couldn't. No. It's.
If I-
Alright,
if I-
I'll do a thumbs in the middle.
Down.
But only
Two,
because.
actually.
Yeah.
Only because.
If I had a third thumb, it would go down too.
I'll do a thumbs in the
I have a
middle.
weird
The
mutation.
only reason I'll do a thumbs in
We
the
do
middle.
have a mutation.
When he did it, I'm only doing a thumbs in
You
the
have
middle
a third
because
digit.
when fucking
Thumbs
Except
down,
for-
pinkies
when
down.
Dolph came out with the Naomi outfit, I'm dead. I'm pissed. I'm
I wish
on
I
the
was dead.
floor.
They
I'm
made that-
pissing myself because it's like
He stole Finn
it's the
Balor's.
dumbest shit I've
He
seen.
stole Finn Balor's hat and put glow tubes on it.
Yeah, Finn Balor. Dude.
So overall, I think the
It
segment
feels
overall,
awful.
it's not getting a thumbs in. I don't even
It
care how
sucked.
mathematically it sucked. And
Yeah.
overall, it's getting a
And
thumbs
pointless.
down. I don't care what James is waiting. It's
As-
not going to put this segment
As
in
a
a good
staunch
light.
supporter of Dolph Ziggler,
Yeah, no, you have to. You have
I
to.
love Ziggler. This is a joke.
Yeah.
This right here is a joke.
Let's be honest. He's clearly just waiting to leave the company.
Yeah, it looks like it.
You don't give a shit.
He'll get used better elsewhere.
That's
Yeah,
what-
we didn't get a Bobby Roode match this week, but yet we got 8 minutes of this shit.
Yep. You know what? Bobby Roode should have come out and say, you know what? I'm glorious. You're not.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Get off my stage.
By the way, so yeah.
Peasant.
Hilarious. I'm hilarious.
So two thumbs.
Hilarious.
And another thing.
I won't give in. I won't give in till I'm victorious.
So another thing that gets a thumbs down. I'll just quickly run through this. We have Aiden English versus Sami Zayn. I'm not talking
Can we
about.
fucking bury Sami Zayn anymore?
Down.
Down.
Can we
So has-
bury an elite talent like Sami Zayn anymore?
You know what the funny thing is? I think
Yes,
it's
we
one-
can.
Well, next week, right?
Yes.
He's gonna lose to Naomi in 15 seconds.
So
Down.
pretty much he loses in a minute. Afterwards, Aiden English starts sinning. And
If you put, I'm gonna
Sami
put it this way:
Zayn-
the jobber is losing to the jobber in a way, because that's what he's getting treated like now.
yeah. So Sami Zayn chases him. I did think it was funny. Like Aiden, they're like, whoa, whoa, on the mic.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This
So then,
fucking match. This segment was terrible. Go fuck yourself, you fucking shitheads. Alright, go.
So in a sense,
Yes.
I think everybody wanted Sami Zayn to be on SmackDown. And now that he's on SmackDown, let's be honest, he's being used worse on SmackDown than he was on Raw.
Yeah, because the guy who went over, who was writing for Raw before, went to SmackDown with them, which means he
Road dog.
doesn't really have much of
No,
a
here's what happened. At least on Raw, he was in top feuds with like Kevin Owen, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe. Now on SmackDown,
And he won a match against Braun Strowman.
yeah, he did.
He won a match.
He
against
won a
Braun.
match against Braun Strowman in the most bullshit way, though.
He won.
He won?
He won.
Hey,
And on SmackDown, he can't even beat.
You know what makes
He
him
can't.
look good?
He loses to Aiden English in a minute and. Was it even a minute and a half?
I don't even know. Like,
Right, Owen?
shit.
What?
You know what makes Sami Zayn look strong? He won.
If he won.
He won.
And he won.
Yep. Okay, so if you don't know, that Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer are having a debate over the dumpster match between Kalisto and Braun Strowman. And Meltzer's saying, like, well, he looked like a winner because he absolutely destroyed him. Hey, you know what made him look like a winner?
He won.
He won.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bullshit. Anyway, continue.
No.
Alright, so that segment gets 2 thumbs
We've
down.
been delaying it even more.
All the thumbs down.
No,
Instead
there's
of three.
We're not deleting it anymore. I need to get
13
books.
minutes.
We need to wrap this up before 3:30
So then
hits.
Daniel Bryan's
Yeah.
backstage.
Come on.
And the New Day and the Usos come up, and the Usos pick the stipulation
Came here and
Fine
we-
match, next.
We left.
for the SmackDown Tag Team. It's gonna be a Sin City Street fight,
Okay, fine segment, next.
and then then Daniel Bryan gets a phone call,
Fine segment, next.
and then Daniel Bryan cuts a promo. He talks down Shane McMahon, pretty much says that anytime he wanted to punch the Miz in the face, he didn't do it,
Great segment, next.
and he announced that Shane is indefinitely suspended.
And
Great segment, next.
this is where it's contradictory.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
If you think of it, because Triple H and Stephanie attempted murdered Daniel Bryan
Yeah,
because they waterboarded him on live television,
yeah.
which, coincidentally enough, in the video package for WrestleMania 30 wasn't there because they tried to fucking kill him on live television.
Yeah, they did.
When he was handcuffed, they shoved his fucking head into a bucket of water. Not like a bucket; it was like a what they put paint into.
Yeah.
Like they fucking shoved his face into that.
Yeah.
And conveniently enough, that was left out of the WrestleMania 30 promo.
Yeah.
So it's contradictory that they weren't suspended, but Shane is for punching someone.
Yep.
So talk about contradictory there.
Shane got it's still a great segment. Shane got
Yeah.
a huge reaction when he was suspended.
Why did he get suspended by the lesser?
No, he got suspended by Vince. Vince said he was suspended.
Vince is suspended, but yet his son-in-law
You know what the
and
funny
daughter
thing-
try to murder someone.
I know this is weird to say. Why wouldn't Vince just call Shane? He calls Daniel Bryan.
And I calls Daniel Bryan, who's the general manager, to tell the commissioner that he's
Yeah.
suspended.
Because maybe he
That's
just
like-
didn't want to talk to his son. He was disappointed in him.
Or
That's like Brian Grixon going to Roger Goodell saying he's suspended. And which you would reply, you're a clown.
Yeah.
oh my god, that's great.
Then
Yeah.
You're
Next
fired.
week-
Go.
next we had Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger with AJ Styles doing guest commentary. I thought he did pretty good. I thought Styles did pretty good on guest commentary. Baron Corbin won with the end of days. I didn't expect Corbin to win this match since I hear he's got backstage heat, but he won.
Yay.
Then
He's out of it.
backstage, AJ Styles comes out to Ty Dillinger and he says that he's going to give him the U.S. title match since he was screwed out of it by Baron Corbin a couple of weeks ago. Overall, I thought this
But
was
Barry
good.
Corbin?
Yep. Overall, I thought this was all good.
Imagine if his name was Barry.
I want to see
Barry Corbin.
I want to see AJ
Barry
Styles.
Stilzer.
AJ Styles' tiebreaker versus Ty Dillinger's tiebreaker. Let's go.
Let's see.
Barry Corbs?
What makes his tiebreaker less?
Then we
than
had the,
Brian Dillinger's tiebreaker?
WWE.
Like, why is Alberto Del Rio's cross arm breaker bigger than everybody else's?
I know, yeah.
It's Alberto El Patron now, buddy.
A bird's
I
a
love
piece
Patron.
of shit.
And then we had the WWE Championship #1 contenders match: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Randy Orton. Jinder Mahal was watching the match from the Skybox, and the Sin Brothers were there too. You can't forget about them.
Great
Yeah.
match.
Good match.
Randy
Right
Orton-
man won.
Red Man won.
Randy Orton's best match all year. I thought.
Right, one man won.
Yep.
So Nakamura wins with the Kinshasa clean, and
Kinshasa.
King.
Try it again.
Kinshasa.
Killer King Star.
Kinshasa.
And then,
King cha.
Killer King Star.
So at West.
Okay, that's it. I thought SmackDown was better than Raw. Thumbs up for SmackDown.
Yep.
I thought
best match
SmackDown
all
was
year
better.
for Orton. So
SmackDown was better than Raw, but I loved Raw's main event.
Yep.
by far, and I give that Raw a SmackDown for the first time in a while, maybe like an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 7.5.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thumbs
if
up!
if you think besides the Dolph Ziggler thing, and then
pretty very fun.
And that-
Natalia match,
And the
And
English
English
thing.
yeah. Besides those three things,
Yeah.
SmackDown was excellent.
Yeah.
Like,
It really was.
not only did it like I said earlier, like it furthered
Randy
a
Orton's posing.
storyline. That too was really dumb, but made no sense.
Yeah.
But it it made an interesting storyline.
And then you had
Against Kevin Owens against the McMahon family,
Yeah.
and Vince McMahon's appearing next week too on SmackDown.
and then you had the great Nakamura Orton match and a good Baron Corbin title.
Okay, let's plug.
Plug
By the
it.
way,
guys, you
Vince
go.
and Kenny McMahon will be live on SmackDown next week to address this situation
Okay.
Great.
with Kevin Owens and Shane O. McMahon.
Alright, I'll promote my stuff because it's like the longest one, so I'm just gonna get them out of the way quickly.
I thought you had it like on a piece of paper.
Follow Jay Hebertside 95 on YouTube and Twitter, and you can also follow Win the Fuse Wrestling on YouTube. And what else? No, that's changing. But what else was I gonna say? What else was I gonna
Flip
say?
flop McGee over here.
And
You did
also check
good.
out the Pro Wrestling Roundtable on the Jay Hebertside 95 channel. All right, awesome, great, done.
John Teddy, subscribe, please.
What about the
And
Pro?
the football reporters 230.
Please, we need more.
We only have 7, and all of them are these guys.
Follow Chris Dowd on Twitter too. He should get some.
C. Dot on Twitter.
Oh,
And then
the one fucking like.
Owen the Talkinators, CM Brothers, and this channel. Subscribe.
They shut it down for like some weird reason.
Everyone say bye.
all right, bye.
Bye.
What?
Growers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Madman. Old 10.
Yo, what up?
The penis
Fuck.
in my tier.
What up? What up, my knees?
Everything else is the same. Woo!
All right, let's test this out.
Yeah, I'm in my